locally owned and heard throughout Georgia on the Extra app. Need a break from all the political talk? Tune into Holy Crap It's Sports with Pete Davis every weekday at 5:20 on The Kimmer Show. It's your daily dose of what's hot in the sports world, from the field to the locker room, with Pete's unfiltered opinion and a side of laughs. It's smart, it's funny, it's sports with edge. Holy Crap It's Sports. Catch it at 5:15 only on The Kimmer Show on Extra 106.3.
Worth more than 1,000 billionaires combined. I'm Chris Foster, Fox News. Elon Musk's current net worth at the moment is about $1.2 trillion as the main shareholder of stock in his company that went public today.
SpaceX's stock launch was the biggest ever on Wall Street, making its leader, Elon Musk, the world's first trillionaire.
And let me tell you, if people had told me this was going to happen, I was like, man, you must be smoking some really good crack.
Shares of SpaceX rose 25% shortly after it began trading on Friday, giving it a market cap above $2.2 trillion and making it the sixth most valuable U.S. listed company. AI chip-making darling NVIDIA is tops on the list.
Fox's Hillary Barsky told the final text of a deal to end the conflict with Iran is agreed to. President Trump complained today Iran's been leaking false details.
Pakistan's prime minister saying on X, we're fully aware of incessant misinformation campaign being waged by those who want to sabotage the peace deal. Setting aside the noise, we can confirm that a final agreed upon text of the peace deal has been reached, and Pakistan is now working closely with both sides. President Trump upset at the characterization that some Iranian leaders have been presenting with this potential peace deal. Now, according to Iranian state media, the 14-page draft includes U.S. commitments to lift sanctions on Iran, withdraw troops, and release frozen Iranian funds. But there's been criticism that these details aren't accurate.
It's Fox's Max Gordon. One person's reported to have died with at least 9 injured in a shooting in Midland, Texas. Mayor Lori Blanc.
We can confirm that the active shooter situation is resolved and that the shooter is now deceased.
We've not been told how that happened, if it was suicide or a shooting by law enforcement. The suspect has also not been publicly identified, and it's unclear at this point where exactly the victims had been shot or if there was any relationship with the shooter. It's now about 300,000 homes and businesses without power due to last night's storms in the Midwest, the most outages in Indiana and in Illinois. America's listening to Fox News.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit information kit. 800-809-7171. That's 800-809-7171.
Lots of places can expose you to identity theft, but that's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats to your identity, which is way more than anyone can do on their own. If they find anything suspicious, like new loans or changes in your financial accounts, they'll alert you right away, all through text, phone, email, or the LifeLock app. Get the alerts that can make all the difference. Save up to 30% off your first year with the promo code BECK. LifeLock.com. 800-LifeLock. 1-800-LifeLock or LifeLock.com. Use the promo code BECK at LifeLock.com.
Look out. All right, stand by. The Kimmer's untangling his cord here, and everything is going to be good. All right, look out. Stand by. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer. With Pete Davis, he's got, hold on. He's got some kind of a blue pom-pom background today with the mountains of Macon. And look at his fine self. And the mechanical mangler flounder, and it's Letter It Friday. It's a beautiful day, boys. Hot and steamy. It's just like Georgia in the summertime almost. Not quite summer officially. Anyway, holy crap. Pete Davis in the mountains of Macon. How's it going, sir? Any plans for the weekend?
Watch a lot of soccer, watch a lot of baseball, maybe go to a movie. We'll see.
Oh, very well. Other than the soccer part, I can see part of that. But and again, Flounder, I know really with Mrs. Flounder Veronica, all she can say is Saturday. She made plans for you yet, Flounder?
I'll know tonight.
There you go. Anyway, boys, it's a hot, steamy day. And then, look at Rajni Manajni. And a little minx from Fox News is doing the anchoring today on the 3 o'clock hour. And she's wearing, what's that, chartreuse? What's the combination of yellow and green? Mostly yellow, but a little green tint. I think it's chartreuse is what they call that. And it's a very bright color. And that's that chick, she's a knockout. She's freaking gorgeous. And everybody knows it. And then remember on Valentine's Day, I'll never forget this when and by the way, she's very secretive. As I recall, there have been a lot of things on social media about her, whether she's actually married or not, or how, she's trying to keep her private life private mostly, then kind of make a thing about it. And then all of a sudden, I remember on Valentine's Day, they're doing a discussion about, traditions and stuff like that. And she goes on, close up herself, says, well, as a single woman, I really, have different reaction to the so-and-so. And I thought, well, you little rat, because we know she's involved with somebody. And for her to say they must have had a fight or something. Anyway, every time I see her, I think about I'll bet she's so freaking high maintenance. Yeah, I'll bet she's freaking impossible. Be fun to try to, change her mind anyway. All right, so look out. Well, that's all I got. I'm talking about pretty girls. By the way, I'm putting another pretty girl on my ban list after what she said about the birthday celebration and everything. In the meantime, let's do an actual radio show. How's it going? Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. It's Letter Up Friday. Anything goes, and here's our number, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Hold on, it's Mr. Phone now. Letter Up
that's
Friday.
actually me just testing it out to make sure it's working, kind of how you were plugging the number.
Oh, well, there you are. Very excited. and by the way, in fact, let me say this. The other day, we did a contest for Hank Williams tickets.
We're giving away one more pair today. We'll give them away, let's say...
Let's do them early.
We'll do them.
We did 4 and 5 o'clock last time. Well,
we'll do after 3:30.
Okay,
we'll do them after 3:30.
Yeah, there you go.
Good meeting.
Well, it's unanimous. And know what the hell? The other day. In fact, I think it might have been yesterday, as I recall. I was checking my Facebook stuff, and up popped this message, speaking of people on the phone. A message from Bobby. Oops-a-daisy. From Bobby. And it says, so it's been at least 30 years since I went to see Hank Jr. in concert. I'm pretty sure it was at the Omni. He put on a hell of a show, played every instrument on the stage. I almost pulled the trigger on buying tickets last year, but they were just too expensive. So today, thanks to the Kimmer Show, I won tickets so me and that hot little Crystal Conway can go. I remember closing at McDonald's on Highway 5 with Hank blaring on the boombox, Tim Pomeroy and myself singing along. The good old days. That's from Bobby, who won our tickets.
That's right.
And remember, he said when we were giving away the tickets, he was trying to get on his phone, but he had no service. So he had to drive up to the top of some mountain or something. And in like record time, in 2 minutes, he got a phone signal. And he called in, and by God, he won the thing. He knew Hank Williams, who was, I think he said 11 when he performed first time at the Grand Ole Opry. Anyway, so we'll give away another pair of tickets a little bit later on today. In half an hour. Actually, in half an hour, or a little less. Okay, Kimmer P. Flounder, 404-741-1230. Now, we got a lot. You just heard about the Elon Musk thing. What a story. And in fact, Flounder, just a minute ago, Flounder comes in the store and he says, well, the Democrats have their talking points. I mean, that didn't take long. All of a sudden, every Democrat's saying, oh, now they're trillionaires. Oh, now the trillionaires are going to take all the money from the regular people. I'm going, oh, my God. How could anybody complain about a guy who is so successful and has done so many things that no one ever thought was possible? He changed a million freaking things about life on this planet. He was the biggest liberal that they loved in the history of time. He was the guy who would, get rid of those horrible gasoline cars and go all electric, and all the liberals say, oh my God, he's going to save the planet. He's going to get us in, orbit so we can live without the pollution of the soil. I mean, he was the number one guy, and then he made the mistake of helping Donald Trump. And all of a sudden, he's out freaking Satan. So all the Democrats are just saying, oh, a trillionaire. He doesn't know, nobody cares about the little people anymore. They get their trillionaires running everything. I'm thinking, oh my God, you dirty, rotten skunks. I mean, they're just miserable, hate-filled bastards. How could you not celebrate a guy? For the record, a rising tide floats all boats. I mean, the better he does, the more things he does, the more things he expands, the more people get jobs, the more people. We just made millionaires of people who didn't do anything except buy stuff, just work for the company. I mean, what a story. And they're going to use that money to invest and to buy things. I mean, here we go. It's a ripple. The more the ripples there are, the better everybody does. I can't believe these people.
He made 4,000 employees millionaires.
Yeah, right there.
Overnight.
Boom, overnight, yeah.
Cafeteria workers.
That's right.
Ordinary people.
That's right.
4,000 new millionaires. But he doesn't care about the little people.
Yeah. I mean, it's astounding. I mean, it really is. I mean,
you can't hate Democrats enough. It's just a complete.
You really can't.
You're right. You really.
Morons, imbeciles, traitors, seditionists, everything about them. They want to destroy everything that's good.
Yeah.
Is Democrats do.
And one day he made 4,400 millionaires, and 400 of those people are worth $100 million today. All of a sudden, from yesterday, they were worth 80 grand, 20 grand, whatever they might have had in the bank, and now they're worth $100 million.
So you sell immediately, or do you hold on to them?
Well, I think I'd sell a whole crap load of it and put it all in gold bars.
I'd sell about half of it.
I think I'd have a whole bunch of $20 bills in my safe. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I think I'd sell some of it. I think
I'd take a little gold and take a little, precious metals, a little platinum, some cash. I mean, you're damn right, man.
Just give me the cash. I don't want to carry around gold and silver. Just give me the cash.
Yeah, Deutschmarks. I mean,
it's like the late great Jack Kennedy used to say. You say, "Hey, I'm going to go to the concession. You want a hot dog?" And he'd say, "No, just give me the money."
Yeah, I'd take the cash. In fact, I actually did that once as a joke at a bar with hot babes. I said, "Hi, I'm so-and-so. Can I buy you a drink, or would you rather have the cash?" And if they laugh, then you give them the cash and say, "I'm going to buy you a drink anyway," and then they go to bed with you. I mean, it's an incredible story. Well, I mean, not all. Just.
He did that at Fenway Park, and the entire section just laughed.
Oh man! Anyway, so that's what it's Friday. Every day it's Friday as far as I'm concerned, but this definitely is a Friday. Let her rip, anything goes. And I'd love to have you aboard. And a million things going on. You'll hear from Elon Musk. We'll talk more about that. A lot of political stuff. Donald Trump, the Iran thing. I don't know what's going on. We'll talk about that too. But I can't wait to play for you the comments. Finally, the father of the teenage boy stabbed to death, the twin boy stabbed to death. His father finally is not anymore under a gag order and is speaking out about the scumbag parents and the family and supporters of the killer who took his son's life. Wait till you hear this. Holy smokes. Now, a couple quick things before. Flounder? You YouTubers can see a little something new here on these microphones. Whoa. We got a big square white block here with the letters XTRA. News Talk 1063. It's a mic flag. Now, a mic flag is to identify, and we do it, and I said to Flounder, I kind of made things, well, we have a lot of podcasts, and so there are a lot of cameers in here, and it makes sense.
Yeah, and the other thing is it's easy marketing. Yeah, your name right there. All you're doing is put your name on a microphone.
Well, in fact, I want to ask you about this. Flounder, have you ever seen a mic flag?
Yes.
Where did you see him? When didn't you see a mic flag? Did you ever see him?
Those? Like the ones that they have in there?
Yeah. It used to be, in the 70s, when, in fact, I was here in Atlanta in 1972, and then I spent a couple of years in New Orleans. When Elmo Ellis at WSB, I was their number one morning news guy, and I went to the legislature, covered the governor, all that kind of stuff, and had the number one show and everything else. And then when I went to him and told him I've had a job offer from New Orleans, and so I said, they're offering me $400 a week to be a news director. And he said, oh, well, gee, we really can't match that. And so I left WSB. They hired me for for $200 a week. Most of them got $160 a week, but I had a master's degree and was in the Marines, so they gave me $200 a week. And I was there for a year and a half, for 2 years, I guess, and they wouldn't give me $400 a week as their number one news guy. So I went to New Orleans for $400 a week. When I got to New Orleans, they had made a deal with all the TV stations. Whenever there was a TV news conference and it had a podium and all the microphones on the podium, there were no mic flags. The New Orleans market, I said, made a deal because the TV stations didn't like all the different numbers of mic flags up on their podiums for news conferences and stuff. And so I got there and I said, I don't give a damn what you're thinking. And I made our guys have mic flags. So the first time anybody in New Orleans in the 70s went to a news conference, they saw a mic flag, and the other reporters started screaming and yelling. They tried to fight the guys who were there. I had the big ball brawling with the other news people about putting mic flags up there, which I refused to take down. And now, so then they started all putting mic flags up again, and it was my fault. Anyway, mess with me, Buster. I was new in town, and I didn't give a damn about your stupid rules. I hear the music. I think I've overdone Flounders' music segment here or something. It's Let It Rip Friday, baby. 3:14. It's all coming up when you hear this, Father. Stand by. Look out.
You can stream Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station while you work at extra1063.com. Get the latest from the Morning Extra, The Kimmer Show, and Neil Boortz, and stay connected at the office. That's xtra1063.com.
Did you know that over 70% of all Porsche vehicles ever built are still on the road today? That's because Porsche Certified Pre-Owned designation is not easily earned. Every Porsche Certified Pre-Owned vehicle undergoes a meticulous preparation process to ensure it's worthy of the Porsche name. At Hennessy Porsche, factory-trained technicians perform a comprehensive 111-point mechanical, cosmetic, and visual inspection while using only original Porsche parts. These rigorous standards guarantee a vehicle that delivers the exceptional quality and performance you expect. With a Porsche Certified Pre-Owned vehicle, you'll enjoy worry-free driving pleasure. Find your Porsche online at HennessyPorsche.com, or better yet, visit us in Roswell to explore our exceptional inventory in person, or our new dealership on Windy Hill Road in Marietta. Hennessy Porsche, where you will always experience excellence.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's for Howard Brothers and Cub Cadet. Looking for a mower built to last? Look no further than Cub Cadet. At Howard Brothers, you'll find the full Cub Cadet lineup, delivering the power, performance, and precision you need. But here's the difference. When you buy from Howard Brothers, you're not just getting equipment. You're getting service, support, and a team that stands behind you long after the sale. Don't just buy Cub Cadet anywhere. Buy it where you can service it. Howard Brothers, serving your community since 1955.
Calling all contractors. Stovall & Company Wholesale Landscape Supply is here for you.
We've been family owned and operated for more than 75 years, and we just opened our 11th location in Canton, Georgia.
We are proud to provide all your wholesale irrigation, nursery, and landscape supply needs.
We are partnered with Keystone Hardscape to offer a wide variety of products to enhance any outdoor living space.
Here at Stovall, we have it all. Check us out at StovallInc.com or visit any of our convenient locations throughout North Georgia.
You know what you get back when you call the Trusted Toolbox? You get your time back, you get your family back, and you get your house back. No more spending weekends fixing loose doors, drywall cracks, or that list that never ends. With our handyman for a day, one skilled professional shows up, knocks out multiple repairs in one visit. Everything from drywall to ceiling fans changed out, painting, trim work, and so much more. Stop working on your house every weekend. Call the Trusted Toolbox, get your time back, and get it done right the first time. Book your appointment today at thetrustedtoolbox.com.
What a season. The boys are giving us plenty to celebrate, but if you've celebrated a little too hard after a win and ended up in jail, you need A Second Chance bail bonds. We handle bonds from the stadium to the city, and in most cases, we can have you or your loved one out in a matter of hours. A Second Chance. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. Call A Second Chance 24/7 at 404-BAIL-OUT. That's 404-BAIL-OUT. Or online at atlbail.com.
Did you know you can add renewing your driver's license or ID card to your grocery list? The Georgia Department of Driver Services now offers self-service kiosks at select Kroger and Publix locations. From renewing or replacing to updating your address, the kiosks will issue a temporary paper license, and you'll receive a permanent card in the mail. Skip the line and save time by adding your driver's license renewal to your grocery list today. You'll even get a $5 discount on your order. Visit dds.georgia.gov to learn more. Sponsored by the Georgia Department of Driver Services.
All right, I got it now. There we go. The Foo Fighters, bad day for Dave Grohl. Dash up to. Thought it was Glenn Beck for a second. I swear to God, Glenn Beck paused for like 14 or 18 seconds. Yeah, it's just. So what happened to my app? I can't hear the. Oh, there he is. Anyway, Glenn tries to trick the camera. Let's see. On this day in 2015, Dave Grohl fell from the stage and broke his leg. They were only 2 songs into the Foo Fighters show in Gothenburg, Sweden. In 2015, Dave Grohl received medical attention and returned to finish the show. He was in a temporary cast and propped up while somebody held his leg. The rest of the European tour was canceled because he had to have surgery. They resumed the tour in July in Washington, D.C., and Grohl performed from a custom-made guitar throne. Because it was only a couple of weeks later. All right, let's see. Birthday list today includes Timothy Busfield. Timothy Busfield is 69. He's that redhead Ginger Elliott on 30-something. Also, Poindexter on Revenge of the Nerds. Danny on West Wing. And Timothy Busfield, 69 today, played semi-pro baseball. For the record as well. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's in a lot of trouble, too.
Is he the one was he the rapist? Or, no, he was a fondler, right? Wasn't he?
Yeah,
oh, that's
fondler.
right, too. Yeah, was it? I was thinking it was somebody else. Okay, we got that right? Timothy Busfield, was he the one? Molested little kids during part of his. Didn't he have a show? Allegedly. Or he was allegedly? That's what they claimed. And it was, I guess he was a producer of some shows or something and involved with talents and things. And apparently they claimed he was. Now, and as I that's right. I'm trying to remember now. As I recall, he was saying, well, he gives hugs and he's, fond of children. He likes to, be affectionate with young people. But I don't know. Things kind of creepy. Anyway, all right, hold on a second. That was a thing there. And an unfortunate day today in 1963, the NAACP's Mississippi Field Secretary, Medgar Evers, is shot to death outside his home. Byron Della Beckwith, whose fingerprints were found on the murder weapon, was tried twice in 1965. All white juries failed to reach a verdict. Della Beckwith was finally convicted. This happened in 1963 on this day. He was finally convicted in 1994 based on new evidence, including testimony that he had boasted on multiple occasions of having killed him. He was sentenced to life in prison, and Brian Della Beckwith died in prison in 2001. So there you go. All right, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. You're going to hear the dad talking. Finally, the gag order's been lifted. We'll get to that in a second about the murder case. But first, I love to start with happy news stories and hero-type stories. And boy, does this sound like a beauty. I cannot imagine. 2 guys in Minnesota, Adam Sandbeck and Mike Gravelin, longtime buddies, and they do a lot of ATV, off-road, those little vehicle run things out in the woods and so forth. In Minnesota, a lot of wildlife out there, wilderness and stuff. And they were supposed to go on an organized run for a local bar, kind of a charity thing, but they mixed up the date. It wasn't going to happen, so they said, let's go find some new trails. So they got on their ATVs, those all-terrain vehicles, and they just started driving places they hadn't been before. They got about 30 miles outside of their favored RV park, and they realized that their ATV was pretty much out of gas. So they found a shortcut on a path that was mostly potholes, and then suddenly out of nowhere, they came across, this is in the middle of nowhere in Minnesota, they came across a stranded minivan. Well, one of the guys, Mike Gravelin, is a retired deputy marshal. And he said, this doesn't look good. And he said, honestly, my first suspicion was somebody was plotting an ambush in the shadows. And then they spied a body in a puddle. And the guy says, God, please don't be a dead person. Please. She was completely submerged. This woman completely submerged. The water was basically just about to cover her mouth. When they got closer to the body in the water, they heard this woman gargling, help me, gargling. Without even glancing, they leaped into action. They got as much information while they dragged the almost unconscious woman, tried to get her out of the stuff while they called 911. She was, sorry, hold on a minute. She was 2 feet deep in quicksand mud. She had stepped out of her minivan that had gotten stuck, and she got sucked into the quicksand. That was 3 days ago. She had been submerged in the quicksand for 3 days. All she could do was lie there, watch the water continue rising closer to her mouth. She was dehydrated, sunburned. Her only reprieve came in overnight storms, but guess what? That made the mud rise quicker. The guy said, this has to be one of the strongest women there is. You think about her just watching the sunset and then watching the sun come up and burning every day in that hot sunlight, and then she still had the will to live. 3 days. She's identified as a 68-year-old woman named Catherine Wozner. She apparently was listed as an endangered missing person because of unspecified medical conditions. 3 days in quicksand, water up to her mouth. And this guy said, my gut tells me if we didn't drive through that trail, this would be a whole different outcome. This was the hand of God directing us to her. There's no reason why we would ever have gone down that little trail. We were supposed to be there. The last-ditch effort to save this woman's life. 3 days in quicksand. I think, put yourself in that position. Knowing you're going to die. I mean, there's, making peace with your Lord.
Every television show,
yeah,
every movie as a child showed us how dangerous quicksand would be and how full of our lives would be with having to avoid quicksand. And this woman found out.
Yeah. And by the way, I'm remembering in my head, I'll bet you one of you guys remember this. I was flabbergasted when I did a story several weeks ago where a scientist or a geological type guy said, actually, if you fall into quicksand, your body is more buoyant than average quicksand, and you really won't get sucked under. You'll be if you go in feet first, you'll be sucked down into it, but you can only go so far because your body is more buoyant and it will not suck you under if you're in a certain lake. Now, she was laying down in it. That, I guess, was a different story. How she, tripped and fell into it and couldn't get up. Anyway, 3 days in quicksand. Wow, man, in the middle of nowhere, knowing it's over. All right, now. Here we go. This story about the Metcalf family and this Carmelo Anthony, not the basketball player, the murderer, the teenage murderer who's going to be going to prison for up to 35 years, probably half of that. And now the hate that's going on from the supporters and so forth, the family of the dead child, the family of the dead 17-year-old teenager twin, that family's been getting death threats. A family member got a text that, hey, Austin blanked around and found out. Another guy said, yeah, I should have stabbed the twin brother, too. Threatening to show up in the Metcalf family homes, taunting him by saying they're soiling his grave by peeing on his grave. They've had 5 or 6 911 SWAT team calls where the fake SWAT team where the cops show up with their guns drawn, hoping that somebody will get shot. And those are all fake. Well, the father, Jeff Metcalf, has had to keep his mouth shut. He did mention in the trial that, he's going to pray for the kid and he forgives him, but not what he did. And he's going to be at every parole hearing if he's still alive and so on. Well, guess what? Now the gag order is off. Flounder, let's play Jeff Metcalf now, who's been under the gag order and no longer has to worry about what he says. And honestly, when I heard this, Flounder, I said, is this AI? I honestly didn't. I thought for a second that somebody had faked it. Here is the father of the dead teenage twin boy.
Drew Anthony, Kayla, you're cowards. You wouldn't even show up for your son's sentencing or victim statement impact. You abandoned your kid. You left him there. I guess he's no more use to you because you can't get any more GoFundMe money or GoSend money. You are grifters. You should be ashamed of yourself. You raised that child. You never once admitted or took accountability. You tried to play victim. The real victim is the one who died, not the one who shoved a knife in his chest. I come to pray with you and show the world we can close the gap of this unbelievable racial divide. And what'd you do? You widen the gap even further. You hire a convicted, baby-shaking felon who's only in it for the money, who gives you bad advice, kicks me out of a press conference. Oh, funny. I was somewhere I wasn't supposed to be, but I left. When asked, I didn't stab anyone. And then you proceeded to gaslight me with your convicted felon, quote, advocate? Minister? Minister of what? Minister irrelevant? Minister of bullshit? How about Minister you? Y'all think I'm a saint? I'm no saint. I'm as human as you. I have emotions. Just because I'm a Christian doesn't mean I don't sin, because I don't walk on water and I don't turn into wine.
Shame on those parents. Again, he said it exactly. And the parents are all over TV crying and saying it was unfair, an all-white jury. The racist said, well, it wasn't all white. I mean, they're just, more gaslighting. And again, they're just dividing. And it's the George Floyd thing. And I know, and by the way, how could they not answer to the fact that they spent all that money and not a nickel was spent on their kid, and they didn't even show up for his clothes? Oh, Lord. By the way, remember the guy who was bouncing and jumping up and down and then screaming in the face of the white guy with the T-shirt, the flag T-shirt? Well, the black guy jumping up and down like a freaking Watusi warrior, Winston Jerome Parker, 27 years old, has been arrested. He was one of the guys he saw busted outside the court, jumping up and down in front of the guy's face. And he said, I'm dancing, you ain't going to do blank about it. He was also arrested, taken into handcuffs because he was charged with having a weapon in a parking lot right outside the courthouse. And another guy was arrested also, but he's running for Congress as a Republican. He was arrested for standing up to the crowd saying the guy should have, the guy who murdered the boy should have gotten life in prison. And all these hateful people are a wrong thing. They're going the wrong way. More hate. It's the George Floyd thing all over again. It's like Barack Hussein Putty had president again. I mean, that's what it feels like with this case. Anyway, they're not going to get away with it. Okie doke. More than 3:30. Kim, Pete, and Flounder. We have Flounders Funnies. We have we got some tweets hanging around here. We'll talk about Elon Musk here in a second, and also holy crap at sports. And Flounder made an observation, which I think we definitely should talk about too, about our foreign visitors coming here for all that soccer stuff. It's all coming up. Kim, Pete, and Flounder. Happy Friday. How you doing? Hope you join us if you feel like at 404-741-1230. Hank Williams tickets next. We're giving away Hank Williams tickets in 4 minutes. Look out.
Love having a true conservative news and talk station in Atlanta? Then spread the word. Tell your family and friends to download the Extra 106.3 app and stream the Morning Extra, The Kimmer Show, and Atlanta's biggest lineup of conservative voices.
This is Tom, the honest car guy, and we got a surprise call in from a customer of ours, Travis, out in Jefferson, Georgia. Travis, good to hear from you, buddy. You want to tell a little bit about the experience you had with me at the honest car guy?
The whole experience, honestly, was one of the smoothest car experiences that we've ever gone through, meaning that there's no pressure. There's no runaround. It's just straight up honest service. The price that you guys present or find for you, that's what you are going to pay. And you just get a great deal. I've been educated to a newer process of the car dealership game. You guys have not come in and you're setting the benchmark for how car dealing and car buying and car selling really should be.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME-1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
Your yard, it stresses you out. Between the watering, the seeding, the weeding, and mowing. And no matter what you do, you're never satisfied. Have you thought about artificial turf? It's low maintenance, it's pet friendly, and it looks amazing all year round. Those in the know use ATL Turf Go. ATL Turf Go is Atlanta's top choice for artificial grass installation. Let them build you a backyard of your dreams with a custom golf or putting green, outdoor kitchen or pool deck. They even specialize in custom concrete and stonework. They handle everything from design and grading to construction and drainage solutions. So whether it's residential lawns or recreational sports fields, ATL Turf Co. can build you a stress-free space you'll love. So say goodbye to mowing, maintenance, and your wasted weekends. Learn more and schedule your free in-home consultation today. Call ATL Turf Co. 678-403-2339. That's 678-403-2339. Or visit atlturfco.com.
In December 1947, a meeting in Daytona Beach changed racing forever. From street-driven stock cars, NASCAR was born. An exciting exhibit from stock cars to race cars showcases 7 generations of NASCAR. Cars raced by Richard Petty, Junior Johnson, Bill Elliott, Jeff Gordon, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and more. On display June 2nd through September 27th, only at Savoy Automobile Museum in Cartersville. Get tickets online at savoymuseum.org.
America, Chuck, yeah. Chuck and Shack Oyster Bar is celebrating the red, white, and blues all summer long with our America 250 summer menu. We're talking Cyclone char-grilled oysters, Route 66 smash burgers, crab meat boardwalk fries, and USA-inspired cocktails. Raise a glass and cheers to 250 years of the U.S. of A. at Chuck and Shack Oyster Bar. Locally owned in downtown Alpharetta and Cumming, across from the collection. Find your location and details at theshuckandshack.com.
Hey, it's Tug. Chuck and the team at Central Heating and Air Conditioning are bringing back something I love. Their 6th annual Christmas in July, benefiting Skyland Trail right here in Atlanta. Skyland Trail does incredible work helping people facing mental health challenges get real, lasting support. And Central is proud to give back to a community that they've been serving since 1947. Now, here's the part I like. It's easy to help, and it actually helps you, too. When you sign up for a Central maintenance agreement, they'll donate $10 directly to Skyland Trail. And on your side, you'll get priority service, seasonal tune-ups to help prevent breakdowns, and better efficiency, especially now that the Georgia heat's kicked in. It's one of those rare wins where you're taking care of your home and helping someone else at the same time. Central services all makes and models. With them, you're never a number, you're family. Call 770-GET-HEAT or go to centralheat.com to sign up today. Carrier products, carrier warranty, carrier peace of mind. Central Heating and Air Conditioning, delivering carrier comfort for the world we share.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-466-9625. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-466-9625.
Veterans and active duty service members. When your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Oh,
once a year.
We got to do it. Yeah, here, mother. Bum, 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 bum. Tell Laura I Love Her by Ray Peterson, although the Welsh singer Ricky Valance became the first Welshman to have a solo British #1 hit with Tell Laura I Love Her. Ricky Valance died in Spain on this day in 2020. He was 84 years old. The song is a boy named Tommy and his love for Laura. He went to the stock car race to raise money to buy her a ring. It was considered controversial at the time, banned from airplay by the BBC. You know what they used to call these songs? Because these are a whole bunch of them. Back in the day, these songs were called death discs and splatter platters. That's true, because there were a bunch of them. Tell Laura I Love Her. And then the one about the girl who ran back to the wreck to get his high school ring and got killed. Bum, bum, tell Laura. Anyway, death discs and splatter platters. He was trying to buy a ring for his love. My love for her. I tell you what, man, these songs, guy, as a teenage kid, and all I want, I really, it was sick in a way, because honestly, I remember feeling the pain of wanting a girlfriend so bad that I could feel the tragedy of losing her. I mean, I'm sorry, hard to describe. Yeah. Because I know this song, I was probably 14, 15, 16, whatever. But really, it was a real thing, and all those songs just man, were just heartbreaking. And I related to them. I remember this. That was, oh man, what a goofy time. Ray Peterson and the boys, and that was that Vince guy. Anyway, Kimmer Pete Flounder, how you doing? Love a beautiful day. It's Friday.
Do me a favor and plug the number while you're doing the history so I can get the phone set up.
That's right. We're going to give away Hank Williams tickets right now. 404-74... Well, in a minute, I'm going to tell you a story. 404-741-1230. 741-1230. 2 tickets to Hank Williams, which is a week from tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's the 20... or maybe 2 weeks. 27th.
27th.
So that's, I think, 2 weeks. I don't know, whatever it is. You look it up. Anyway, so now, so I'll tell you a quick story, and then, actually, you know what? Let me. I'll do the. Are we almost ready to go, Flounder? Or you want me to wait for a while?
Read your stuff because I got to set these up.
Okay, let me tell you about this story. Again, this is outrageous, and later we're going to talk about what this whole soccer business in our country really means for foreigners and what the reaction is. We'll get that in a second too, and also more with Holy Crap of Sports After 5 with Pete. In Boston, the outrage is growing around the country for what happened to an 11-year-old girl and a 12-year-old boy who were running a lemonade stand in broad daylight in Boston, South Boston, Southeast. The 2 youngsters, 11-year-old girl, 12-year-old boy, they noticed that 2 black kids were kind of hanging around, looking at their stand, walking back and forth. And then the 2 little black kids stopped by to ask if the kids accepted Apple Pay for a lemonade stand. Apple Pay for 2 little kids. And the girl said no. And then one suspect snatched their cash box while the other lifted his shirt and showed a gun in his waistband. The little girl called her 11-year-old girl, 12-year-old boy, 11-year-old girl called her money, said, "Mom, somebody put a gun on us and took all our money." She said, "My daughter said when they said, 'we're taking it all,' she put her arms up in the air and said, 'just take it, just take it.'" A neighbor noticed the suspects with the kid's pink cash box soon after they were robbed and yelled at them to stop. They threw down the cash box and took the $50 inside. They described the suspected murderer type people who are willing to kill because they had a gun as a black male smaller than her son, guessing he was around 10. And he was wearing one of those balaclava freaking head mask things. And the other guy was described as a black male, maybe like 13, 14, wearing a Nike balaclava face mask, black shirt, high white socks. 2 innocent little kids trying to make slush money they have to fear for their lives. Highlighting the community's need for more police officers, redoubling our community policing efforts, neighbors rallying behind them. They're going to have a Friday night event tonight to have a new lemonade stand. I bet they're going to make a few $100 on that one. But again, this is out freaking outrageous. Kids as young as 2 black boys, 11 and probably 13, with guns, robbing children. All right, and we're going to do a phone. Let me finish this off real quickly with a thing I mentioned yesterday. Mr. Phone. I mentioned yesterday about the statistics, and I've got more statistics really quickly given these to you. Yesterday, we had a chart that ranked the rate of firearm murders according to categories. Firearm per 100,000 people, white Americans for 100,000 have about a little under 2 murders. White people under 2 murders for 100,000. People from the Czech Republic under 2 murders. Canada under 2 murders per 100,000. French people under 2 murders for 100,000. Austrian people under 3 murders for 100,000. Finland people about 3 murders per 100,000. The American Hispanics have about 6 murders per 100,000. American black people have 20. It's 12 to 1 percentage of black gun deaths compared to pretty much everybody else. And now one more quick thing here, which is fairly amazing. And we talked about the stuff happening in Europe and the European crime and the cultural change. Denmark has just published their category of penal convictions by origin. Okay, by origin, crime rate in origin. Americans 0.3, China 0.4, Germany 0.5, Netherlands 0.5, Norway 0.5, Syria 4, Iraq 4, Morocco 4, Lebanon 7, Somalia 8. Like 100 times more from Syria, Iraq, Morocco, Lebanon, and Somalia, and Denmark. What does that say about the Cultural Revolution, all right? I mean, how much? There's your fact. Those are facts. Anyway, Flounder, how are we doing, man? We got contestants.
All right, we got some folks on the horn.
All right, so do we have a Pete Davis quiz, or are we just giving them away?
Pete, what's your story?
Do we have a story here today, Pete Davis? Of some
We
kind?
have a question.
All right, sir, here's your question. Who's our? Do we have a first contestant?
Her name is G.
G. Hello, G.
G.
All right, hold on, G. Here we go. Pete Davis.
Well, I haven't heard from her.
Oh.
Hello, you there?
Hello, it's
hi.
Judy.
Oh, Judy.
Yes.
Hi. I'm sorry, my earphones.
I thought it was Judy. My apologies.
Is it Judy?
That's okay.
Okay, all right, sweetie. We're sorry. I can't hear anything, and it's my fault.
No, you're fine.
Okay, all right.
You're
Here,
fine.
let's see. All right, Pete Davis. Here we go. Let's go. Let's play.
How many times has Hank Williams Jr. been married?
Oh my! A personal Hank Williams Jr. question. How many times has Hank Williams Jr. been married?
Let me.
I don't think so, John. Let me just Google that up here real quick.
All right, we got BW on the horn. BW, you know the answer?
He cut her. Hey, BW, how's it going? What do you got?
Kimmer, me love you long time. I haven't seen you since Hawk.
Hey, what's going on, man?
With the newsmaker line guy.
Yeah.
He's been married three times.
Okay, he's delaying so he can look it up.
Well,
what's the answer?
He just said three times. He just said 3 times.
No, not 3.
Oh,
Sorry,
oh my God.
not 3.
Oh, my. All right. Well, who's next? Here, we got another one?
Now we got Adrian.
Adrian. Hi, Adrian. Adrian. Hi, sweetie. Pete, yes, go ahead.
I think he's been married 4 times.
4 times.
No, he has not been married 4 times.
Oh, my gosh. Sorry, Adrian. All right. We got another contestant here.
Yes, we do. Caller, what's your name?
Hey, it's Judy. I just gave you the answer and you hung up on me.
Oh, what's
the answer?
What would you say the answer was?
4. 4 times.
No, it's not 4.
No, Pete says that's not the right answer. No, sorry, sweetie, but thanks for calling back. I don't know what happened there. It's probably my fault.
All right, we got to wait for more callers to come.
Okay, well, we'll just keep going. In fact, we'll do it at 404-741-1230, 741-1230, and call and get online now. We'll do a little kabanga here, and then we'll come back and see if we can't get away these tickets. Okie-dokie? Give her a beat louder. Look out.
They found a longhorn into a spaceship.
Fighting the communists with truth every day on the only conservative news and talk station in Atlanta. Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
Let's be honest. All cars and all car dealerships are not created equally. So when you're buying a new Toyota, you're not buying a vehicle, you're protecting a major investment. That's why where you buy matters. For over 50 years, Marietta Toyota served our community with the reputation built on straight answers, real accountability, and doing business the right way, proudly here since 1975. They have realized since day one that giving the customer the best deal possible, more car than they thought they were going to get inside their budget, that's how you keep people coming back. Here's the difference you won't hear everywhere. Every new Toyota comes with our nationwide lifetime powertrain warranty. That's valid for unlimited time and unlimited mileage as long as you own your Toyota. That's long-term confidence backed by Toyota quality and, of course, supported by Marietta Toyota, a dealership that will be here after the sale with service and genuine Toyota parts on Cobb Parkway South. Visit Marietta Toyota on Cobb Parkway South, about 3 miles north of Truist Park. MariettaToyota.com. Visit Marietta Toyota. We've been here and we'll be here for you.
Nationwide lifetime powertrain warranty included with every new Toyota purchase. See dealer for coverage details, exclusions, and requirements.
A company that has been trusted in Atlanta for over 25 years has already done their hometown homework, like having the very best people, fair, honest pricing, exceptional customer service, and a focus on high-quality work. That's us. Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage, Entry Doors, and Windows. Sometimes new isn't better, like out-of-town home improvement companies invading Atlanta with their inflated pricing and subpar work. When trust matters, trust us. All the number 4 Seasons Garages.
Don't believe this nonsense you see on TV commercials about how uncomfortable a CPAP mask is. Take it from me. You wear one, especially the nasal pillow I use, for one night, and you will fight anybody that tries to take it away from you. But if they do take it away from you, you can get more at cpapsetcetera.com, cpapsetc.com. With a store in Alpharetta, same-day shipping. To your health, cpapsetc.com.
Hello, summer, and hello, Braves baseball. Mark your calendars for summer plans as the Giants come to Truist Park, June 16th through the 18th. Get your hands on back-to-back giveaways with the Ronald Acuna Jr. bobblehead presented by Delta Airlines on June 16th, and the Braves soccer jersey presented by SeatGeek on the 17th. And there's 2 brand new ticket packages featuring SpongeBob and Toy Story. Both ticket packages include a game ticket and either a Braves SpongeBob jersey shirt or a Braves Toy Story t-shirt. Then the Brewers roll into town June 19th through the 21st. The weekend series is packed with everyone's favorites like Friday Night Fireworks presented by Georgia Lottery, Saturday's pregame block party, and a kids LED light giveaway for the first 3,000 kids on Sunday the 21st. Check out all of the fun and purchase your tickets at Braves.com/promos. Atlanta Braves baseball. We are Braves country.
If you like Brian Kemp, you're going to love Rick Jackson.
Rick Jackson's been a good supporter of mine. He's got a great story, and I've kind of felt like for really 2 years now that race is right for a political outsider, especially somebody that could sell fun.
Rick Jackson, a conservative outsider who will make Georgia proud, just like Brian Kemp.
I'm Rick Jackson. Brian Kemp wins big for Georgia. Record jobs, teacher pay raises, and when Hollywood liberals tried to boycott Georgia, Kemp never backed down.
The conservative outsider, just like Kemp.
As governor, I'll slash property taxes and lead America in job creation. I'm Rick Jackson. Like Governor Kemp, I'll fight for Georgia and win big because that's what I've done my whole life.
Rick Jackson's been a good supporter of mine. He's got a great story.
Rick Jackson for Georgia. Paid for by Jackson for Governor Inc.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
That's a little Prince action for you here. Got an award on this day in 2006. Prince got a Webby Lifetime Achievement in recognition of his visionary use of the internet. Prince was the first major artist to release an entire album, 1997's Crystal Ball, exclusively on the internet. Prince, 2006, big award. A little beret thing there and a purple thing there, and changed his name to a symbol or something. I don't know. Weird. Raspberry beret. There you go. Let's see. Birthday list includes Tim Allen's going to be 73 years old. Tool Time guy, Toy Story, Santa Claus, Last Man Standing. Tim Allen, 73 years old tomorrow, actually. I kind of cheated there a little bit. New York. No, don't go back. Freaking New York Post. I hate their stinking website. There's a story about Spencer Pratt coming up, and I had it ready to go, and now it's going. It goes back to the half blue line and a blank page. So now I'll erase. All right, never mind. Instead, I got a history thing, and I'm going to give away these tickets, hopefully. We're going to have to come up with a better way to do it. All right, 1981 on this day. Raiders of the Lost Ark is released. It was the first in the Indiana Jones series, directed by Steven Spielberg, written by Lawrence Kasdan, and a story from George Lucas. Filmed on a budget of $20 million and made about $400 million.
with several sequels. Tom Selleck was the guy they wanted for the role of Indiana Jones, but he was doing the TV series Magnum P.I., and they wouldn't let him go or wouldn't let him do it. So they had to pass. Anyway, Kimmer P. Flounder, 404-741-1230. Okay, now, we're back to try to give with these Hank Williams tickets. Now, with obviously people I've been on hold for 8 minutes can look up, Google the hell out of how many marriages Hank Williams has had. So
we'll let him get away with one today.
All right. So we got to come up with a better way if we have to hold over because they're just look it up. You know, there used to be where you couldn't look it up. I mean, that's when these old contests on radio, it wouldn't matter. The same question. Nobody could look it up. There was no AI. There was no Googling. 20 years ago, you couldn't, run down to the public library, something like that. Anyway, who's on the phone there, Flounder?
We got Randy on the horn.
Randy, you're on the radio, man. Pete Davis, you still have your question here. What's the question? Where do you go?
How many times has Hank Williams Jr. been married?
There you go. What do you think, Randy?
Camera, I think, I didn't look it up, but I think I'll say twice.
Twice? Pete Davis?
No, it is not twice.
It's not twice. Oh, sorry, Randy, but thanks for calling, man. I appreciate it. I know this is a part of your day.
All right, now we got Kim on the horn.
Kim, you got a boy's name. Hey, Kim, how's it going?
Well, close. I'm one letter down, Jim. I have no clue. Didn't look it up, but I'm just going to continue with the numbers, so I'll go with 5.
5. Pete Davis?
5 is correct.
5 is correct. It's Kim Jim. It's Kim Jim with a special 1 letter down. Outstanding. Well, good for you, man, especially since you didn't look it up. That's even better. Well done. Congratulations. Now, are you a big Hank Williams fan or have a favorite song or anything?
No.
Well, you probably get a lot of money for them, so either way, they're yours.
Well, no, but I'll go.
Excellent.
It'll be a fun show for sure.
Oh, I'm sure you have a lot of fun.
Thank you, guys.
Congratulations. Now, don't hang up. Hold on. We'll put you on hold and get all this stuff. So, Hank Williams 5 times. There you go. All
right. He married Sharon Martin in 1969, divorced in 71. Gwen Yergin in 71, divorced in 77. Becky White in 77, divorced in 83. Mary Jane Thomas in 1990. Unfortunately, she passed away in 2022. And he married Brandy Williams in 2023.
Oh, Brandy, you're a fine girl. Outstanding. Well, there you are. So we give her the Hank Williams tickets on 2 weeks from tomorrow, I think. 27th, and tomorrow would be the 13th, so that's 14. Yeah, 2 weeks from tomorrow. All right, Kimmer P. Flounder, happy Friday. Let her rip, anything goes. Donald Trump's birthday is Sunday. He'll be 80. Donald Trump 80 on Sunday, and of course they're trying to complain about everything and bashing his having the fight there in the grounds, and I mean it's freaking unbelievable.
But he's going to have it anyway.
Yeah,
by golly.
Yeah. I mean, and judges they're going to take his name off the special award. What do they call it? The Kennedy Award, Kennedy Center. The judge has now ruled he has to get his name off today. I mean, they're just these freaking people. Like that's the thing. But go into court, boy. We'll get that Donald Trump's name off there. Yeah.
I saw an aerial photograph yesterday, and they said it was not doctored of Washington D.C. The reflecting pool and all that.
Yeah.
From a few years ago to now, it is night and day. It was an embarrassment.
Yeah. And by the way, the Washington Post, if I'm not mistaken, I saw the headline yesterday. I didn't get to it. The Washington Post had a reporter who compared the two and said, oh, there's no difference. It looks just as bad as it always did.
Oh, my God. Look at it from the air. It's actually blue. It's water. It's not gray mud.
Yeah,
and there's water flowing in the fountains.
Yeah. In fact, Flounder, tell the little people what you remarked to me. Oh, you in the middle of something?
Oh, you're good.
Okay. I remarked to me about what the soccer business is happening and some of the reaction to the people from other foreign countries showing up here.
So many international people coming to America for the World Cup, they're traveling all over because there's so many different games everywhere, and they're trying Buc-ee's out, Walmart, groceries, all kind of American stuff, and they're loving it.
A guy walked
into a grocery store, got sweet iced tea, and just lost his cool. He was just like, this is unbelievable.
The biggest thing is they're finding short ribs.
Yeah. And there's actually there's a viral video of these. I don't know if it's for this World Cup, but they were coming to America and they were traveling, and they had forks. And the guy behind the counter, this big black guy, came up and goes, "I know what you're trying to do, but you don't do it that way." And then he showed them how to eat it with their hands, and they were just like, "Oh my God, this is the best thing I've ever had."
Yeah, I mean, they're remarking about how beautiful it is. I mean, it looked like, especially Washington D.C., looks like Europe, looks like Paris, or they're clean and dazzling.
They did come up against one thing that wasn't good. They got to New Orleans. They were here in Atlanta, North Georgia, Tennessee. They drove to New Orleans.
Dirty.
And they love Waffle House. They went to Waffle House, and they couldn't sit inside because of the crime. They won't let you sit inside, so you had to get the takeout, so you had to eat it out in the parking lot.
Holy cow.
Welcome to New Orleans or Atlanta, wherever else you can't sit inside a Waffle House.
Oh, my Lord.
Because of you-know-who.
Yeah. Holy cow. I hadn't heard that. That's how bad it's got. I'll tell you, I lived there for several. My daughter Sarah was born there. And
gang violence,
it's a dangerous place. I haven't said it in a while, so I don't recall in the bingo card. In fact, I mentioned when I tried to get $400 a week out of Elmo Ellis at Weesuck and Blither, and he said no, and so I got hired. The guy flew me down to New Orleans. Al Smith was his name. He flew me down to New Orleans for an interview. He wanted to hire me, and he said, and I did the interview, and he said, "Well, walk around, the not the Garden District. What's the name of the honky tonk area of New Orleans? The French Quarter.
French Quarter.
God, the names won't come out. I'm so sorry. It's an old man thing." So he said, "Walk around the French Quarter, have a little fun, see what's going on, how you like the city, stuff like that," which I did. And I'm walking down the French Quarter, and I walked in a place, and walked to place. I walk around a corner, and there's two cops beating the crap out of a guy who'd given him a lot of guff or something, and they were settling the situation. New Orleans police officers were very, very tough. There was also a lot of corruption. And I hate to say that because I'm a total cop guy, and it's not the way I'm not saying anything about now. Although remember that the former girl police chief they had who didn't even know how to work the barriers when they had the riots, like a year ago. Anyway, long story. But anyway, that was my introduction to New Orleans, and it figures that.
Holy cow, we got to go to break. I'm sorry.
Oh, my God, it's 4 o'clock. WFOM.
219 Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. This hour is presented by Atlanta's Safe House.
My bad.
Conflict with Iran is expected to be signed within the next few days, a senior White House official says. President Trump says what's being reported by Iran state media about the agreement is untrue.
President Trump posting this morning to rumors that Iran would receive billions of dollars up front, posting the terms that Iran leaked out to the fake news have nothing to do with the terms that were agreed to in writing. What they said, including their weak and pathetic statement on having a deal, bears no relation to the truth. Very dishonorable people to deal with. With them, there is no such thing as dealing in good faith. Amazing. Iran's foreign minister saying the Islamabad Memorandum of Understanding has never been closer.
Fox's Lucas Tomlinson. Now, Pakistan's foreign minister says the text of a deal is final and agreed to. With all this optimism, oil prices are falling, down around 4% since yesterday. The suspect is dead after a mass shooting and standoff in Midland, Texas.
At least one person was killed. Midland Memorial Hospital revealing it received 9 victims from the incident, noting 3 have been discharged. 3 are still in surgery and 2 are in stable condition.
Our thoughts and our prayers are with these families, with the community of Midland, and with all of those that were involved today.
The mayor stressing the investigation into the shooting is ongoing. Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
A federal judge in D.C. says President Trump's name still has to come off the Kennedy Center by today.
U.S. District Judge Christopher Cooper denied a request to pause his earlier ruling. Late Thursday, the Justice Department filed a last-minute appeal on behalf of the Kennedy Center's Trump-appointed Board of Trustees, seeking to keep the president's name on the building. Judge Cooper ruled on May 29th that Trump's name was illegally added to the John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts, finding only Congress could change its name, and ordered all references to Trump must be removed by June 12th.
Fox's Carmen Roberts. America's listening to Fox News.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit information kit. 800-809-7171. That's 800-809-7171.
Lots of places can expose you to identity theft, but that's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats to your identity, which is way more than anyone can do on their own. If they find anything suspicious, like new loans or changes in your financial accounts, they'll alert you right away, all through text, phone, email, or the LifeLock app. Get the alerts that can make all the difference. Save up to 30% off your first year with the promo code BECK. LifeLock.com. 800-LifeLock. 1-800-LifeLock or LifeLock.com. Use the promo code BECK at LifeLock.com.
All right, well, look out now. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Let Her Rip Friday. David Bowie making an appearance here. From 1970, released a single, Memory of a Free Festival. David Bowie's single featured Mick Ronson on the guitar, drummer Mick Woodmansey. It was his studio debut with Bowie's band, bringing together the lineup that would shortly record The Man Who Sold the World. The track featured Mark Bolan on lead guitar and backing vocals. Memory of a Free Festival, David Bowie. 1970. Our birthday list includes Ali Sheedy. Ali Sheedy was in Breakfast Club, St. Elmo's Fire, kind of the Brat Pack type chick, was in War Games, played the girlfriend of Matthew Broderick in War Games. Ali Sheedy is 64 years old today. And on this day in history, 1967, the United States Supreme Court says banning interracial marriage is unconstitutional. 16 states in the 60s still had laws saying you are not allowed to have interracial marriage. Well, that was ended on this day in 1967. The case was brought by Mildred Loving, a woman of color, and Richard Loving, a white man who had been sentenced to a year in prison in Virginia because they got married. After becoming pregnant, the couple went to Washington, D.C. to marry in order to avoid Virginia law, which made marriage between whites and non-whites a crime. After returning, the police raided their home and found them in bed together. Sex between interracial couples in Virginia was also a crime, not only getting married, but having sex with them. The Lovings, their name, the Lovings pleaded guilty to cohabitating as man and wife against the peace and dignity of the Commonwealth. They were sentenced to a year in prison, with a sentence suspended on one condition, that they leave Virginia and not come back for 25 years. In 1964, the couple requested the judgments be set aside only to receive the judge's response. Here's what the judge said in 1964, quote, Almighty God created the races white, black, yellow, Malay, and red, and he placed them on separate continents. And but for the interference with his arrangement, there would be no cause for such marriages. The fact that he separated the races shows that he did not intend for the races to mix. That was a judge. Well, the case eventually went to the Supreme Court, which threw it out, and now June 12th is known as Loving Day, after the name of the couple, the Lovings. All right, Kimber, that's the way it used to be. 406, Kimber, Pete, and Fly. Let's do a Flounders Funny. If Flounder, you got one ready there? We can do before, and I screw it. That was my fault. I'm embarrassed,
I wasn't even paying attention to the clock. I was a horrible board.
We were just talking, and because it was going on, and I didn't even look at it.
Here we go.
We grew up like wild dogs in the 60s.
Jerry.
There was no nutrition. Nothing of knowledge of nutrition, education, safety. Can you even imagine the world I am describing? No helmets, no seatbelts, no restraints. Anything came to a stop, we just flew through the air. I was either eating 100% sugar or airborne. That was my childhood. My parents, they did not know where my school was. They did not know what my grades were. They didn't know where I was. I was like a raccoon to my parents. You know there's one around, but no one's tracking the actual whereabouts.
Jerry Seinfeld.
Mr. Jerry right there.
I love it. It's Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Let it rip Friday. Anything goes. Our number is 404-741-1230. 741-1230. A little political stuff here for you. And we're going to hear from Elon Musk here in a second. What a story, by the way. And, of course, the Democrats are complaining about everything part of it. Donald Trump turns 80 on Sunday, and he's saying, no, wait. You've heard about this Tehran deal and Iran breaking demands for peace deal and stuff. And so he said, no, don't listen to any of that. These people are very dishonorable, and they better get their act together. Iran now is claiming that they're going to keep their uranium enrichment dust, we're calling it. Iran has not agreed to ceding management of the Strait of Hormuz, and they want to release $24 billion of Iran's frozen funds in America as compensation for the bombing campaign. Well, Donald Trump said, no. What they said, including their weak and pathetic statement on having a deal, is no relation to the truth. J.D. Vance said, now, wait a minute. Iran's not getting any money unfrozen until the deal's done, if they even get that. Economic benefits will flow to them and the entire region once they meet their obligations. They're like $6 billion in frozen Iranian oil money. And then apparently Iran needs to release what's called some of its enriched uranium. I'm not sure if I don't know what that means. I don't like the sound of that. What do you mean some? Anyway, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know who to believe, and they're supposed to have it maybe this weekend, and if they don't, then it's going to be, and then we'll just finish it. It's just a bunch of bull crap.
Well, the only way you finish it, though, is boots on the ground, because just airstrikes are not going to kill all those mullahs. And as long as the mullahs are in charge, and either the Iranian people can't or won't stand up and throw them out, which they were probably counting on, and that's not happened.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a mystery, and I don't know. I can't imagine how they're trying to work this out because you can't trust at least one half of the people who are supposedly negotiating, I guess.
Well, yeah, they've lied for a half a century.
Yeah.
The Iranian leaders have lied, okay?
Yeah.
So the biggest thing they have is getting a nuclear bomb. You think they're going to tell the truth about that?
No, not at all. No, they're going to have to be killed. I mean, it's simple as that.
Yeah, as long as they're in power, they just wait him out in 2 years. The next president could be another Obama.
That's right.
That gives them $1 billion in cash and unmarked bills, which they use to fund Hamas to attack Israel and start all this crap.
Exactly. That's your Democrat plan. That's how they deal with the threat, is give them money and hope they don't use it against us.
Are we willing to put American boots on the ground to kill those sumbitches and end this, what is an existential threat? If they get a bomb, they'll use it against Iran or Saudi Arabia, Israel, or Saudi Arabia or us.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who to believe, and I'm hoping we'll figure. I hope we'll know over the weekend. I'll bet you we'll know something.
We've been saying that for
I know.
How long though?
I know.
We keep hoping something will happen.
I know it's wrong. One quick political thing here, and I'm not sure what to make of it. It's a fairly new story from New York Post. By the way, Flounder, are you having trouble with the internet in here today? At all, for any reason? I'm having a lot of connection internet issue on my pad thing here in the studio. Just check it. Oh, by the way, I have another Facebook nightmare of freaking technology. I've had Flounder had to help me. I'll get to that in a minute. First, I'll get back to the news thing. I'll do my actual job here. This story has just come in. The headline says Spencer Pratt, the guy who got out of the race for L.A. because they made him number 3. Spencer Pratt drops a bombshell with claims of video evidence that will force morons, Rahman, the one black girl, or Karen Bass, the other black chick, to resign. Mayoral candidate Spencer Pratt may have lost a battle, but a shocking new video is going to war. He claimed in a video released today he has damning evidence that will force the 2 Democrat candidates, morons Karen Bass and Socialist Council member Nitha Rahman, to resign. If you think we've uncovered a lot of fraud and evil in this campaign, just wait. The AI-generated content drive is narrative of a broken city that's only going to get worse. Scrolling down. Here we go. The bombshell claim recordings is one of the candidates going and doing and saying something will make her resign in shame. Ask yourself, is it possible one of your employees may have a recording you doing or saying something to force you in disgrace? Hope you sleep at night. The candidates will be awake, sweating, worried about 5 a.m. when the FBI busts in your door. I assure you they're coming. I'm trying to scroll down here. He claimed he was saving the damning material for November's general election when voters picked their demon. Let's see. Problems get worse. Well, he's teasing. He doesn't actually say what it is, so I don't know what to make of that. But again, so far, I don't know. I don't know what to make of that. I'm just passing along. That's what he said, and that's what he's got. And by the way, Our local elections for the race for governor is getting pretty exciting too. I mean, there's one more thing after another. We'll get to that in a second. First of all, listen. Well, actually, I don't have time. I'm going to play the Elon Musk soundbite. We'll get to that here in a second. Before we do that, we're going to take a break because it's kind of long, and I want you to hear all of it, and also the reaction. The freaking Democrats now find something wrong with everything. But first of all, just a quick update about what sleazebags the last administration was. The Biden crime family, President Cadaver Auto Pen. And now the memos are out and the investigation continues as the Justice Department memo's been released from October 2021 targeting parents protesting at school board meetings. The then Deputy Assistant FBI Director, Jay Greenberg, said, now, wait a minute, we have concerns about this file you want to release. We need more time to talk to you before you release it. And he said, I ask any assistance to provide in helping us get time to find common ground of this message that we can all support. The memo came against a backdrop of parent protests at school board meetings. U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland, the scumbag, lion, cheat, traitor to his country, said the DOJ is vowing to crack down on protests, claiming there had been a, quote, disturbing spike in harassment, intimidation, and threats of violence against school administrators, board members, teachers, and staff. The GOP critics said, wait a minute, you're targeting conservative parents at school boards? American First Legal got internal documents showing the White House of Biden was involved right from the beginning. Domestic Policy Council official Ephraim McDowell went to the National School Board people facilitating concerns about the school board protest concerns, and then they went to the Department of Justice. And then the Biden administration over the memo raised concerns the government was being weaponized, said the Republicans and multiple red states had tried to sue to stop it. The Biden people ignored the warnings from the FBI's own leadership. Not, of course, Christopher Wray, because he was in on it. The disgrace of Atlanta. By placing concerned parents in the same threat category as those targeting judges and members of Congress, Garland's DOJ under Biden demonstrated the full extent of the weaponization. Parents speaking at school board meetings were never a national security threat, and the Biden DOJ knew it. And those figures and pieces of information just came out today. No president's ever actually hated his country more than Barack Hussein Putty-Hat starting this stuff. And no president's ever deliberately divided the nation in half using the FBI and the DOJ, calling half of the nation danger to the country like Joe Biden. And now they've got more evidence. We knew it was true, and there it is in black and white. Coming up, Elon Musk, 4:15. God bless America. It's Friday. Let it rip. Anything goes. It's a beautiful day, too. Look out. Here we go. Ha ha.
It's time for the Bortz Report, exclusively on Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station, Extra 106.3.
Okay, I'll admit it. I do have an addiction problem. Not drugs, not alcohol. It's videos on the internet, primarily YouTube. Some of my favorites are shoplifters. I ain't done nothing. I was going to pay for it. You know the routine. But what I really enjoy are the sovereign citizens, the free state nationals. These people have declared themselves to be living outside of any government authority. They avoid taxes. They don't pay debts. They refuse licenses. When you find these videos on the internet, some of my favorites are, I'm not driving, I'm traveling. Yeah, the police pull over some guy for speeding or not having a license plate or whatever. Let me see your driver's license and registration proof of insurance. I don't have that. I'm not driving, I'm traveling. Inevitably, they end up getting arrested and hauled off to jail. I like it when the cops say, what seat are you sitting in? Is that not the driver's seat? Then some of these people say that they are exempt from any court action. They claim to have signed a document disassociating themselves in any way with the local government. I haven't contracted with you, Mr. Police Officer. You don't have any jurisdiction over me. Well, yeah, inevitably, they do. But if you wonder how people like Jasmine Crockett or Ilhan Omar or any number of Democrats, John Ossoff, get elected, watch sovereign citizens on YouTube. Experience their abject stupidity stupidity. It's entertaining, and it gives you something to talk about that obviously nobody else is interested in. Neil Bortz, Extra 106.3.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's for Howard Brothers and Cub Cadet. Looking for a mower built to last? Look no further than Cub Cadet. At Howard Brothers, you'll find the full Cub Cadet lineup, delivering the power, performance, and precision you need. But here's the difference. When you buy from Howard Brothers, you're not just getting equipment. You're getting service, support, and a team that stands behind you long after the sale. Don't just buy Cub Cadet anywhere. Buy it where you can service it. Howard Brothers, serving your community since 1955.
In a world where your yard has no boundaries, where the neighbor's kids cut through it like a public park, one company has dared to draw the line, literally. Accent Fence.
Hi, this is Jared with Accent Fence. Setting boundaries is a good thing. So do it with a wood, vinyl, composite, aluminum, steel, or chain link fence. And right now, we're making it more affordable with no money down financing. Get your free quote today at 770-995-7463 or book online at accentfence.net.
Atlanta, it's Mark from the Safe House. The legacy of Joe Biden lives. His open border policy let millions of illegal criminals stream into our country. We continue to have customers visit the showroom and report that they have been victims of break-ins and lost their hard-earned and irreplaceable items. So don't be a victim. Drive by the Safe House showroom and see what real security looks like. Picture yourself placing your valuables in a Fort Knox safe. Now that's real protection for your priceless valuables. Drop by the showroom or go to atlantasafehouse.com.
Did you know you can add renewing your driver's license or ID card to your grocery list? The Georgia Department of Driver Services now offers self-service kiosks at select Kroger and Publix locations. From renewing or replacing to updating your address, the kiosks will issue a temporary paper license, and you'll receive a permanent card in the mail. Skip the line and save time by adding your driver's license renewal to your grocery list today. You'll even get a $5 discount on your order. Visit dds.georgia.gov to learn more. Sponsored by the Georgia Department of Driver Services.
Did you know that over 70% of all Porsche vehicles ever built are still on the road today? That's because Porsche Certified Pre-Owned designation is not easily earned. Every Porsche Certified Pre-Owned vehicle undergoes a meticulous preparation process to ensure it's worthy of the Porsche name. At Hennessy Porsche, factory-trained technicians perform a comprehensive 111-point mechanical, cosmetic, and visual inspection while using only original Porsche parts. These rigorous standards guarantee a vehicle that delivers the exceptional quality and performance you expect. With a Porsche Certified Pre-Owned vehicle, you'll enjoy worry-free driving pleasure. Find your Porsche online at HennessyPorsche.com, or better yet, visit us in Roswell to explore our exceptional inventory in person, or our new dealership on Windy Hill Road in Marietta. Hennessy Porsche, where you will always experience excellence.
Look out, here we go. It's a kind of a live recording here for sure. He starts laughing like there, Dylan. Bob Dylan, 1967. Album Greatest Hits peaked at number 10 in America, which surprised me down that low. The cover photograph was taken by Roland Sherman at Dylan's November concert in 1965 in Washington. It won the 1967 Grammy Award for Best Album Cover Photography. The original album package included Milton Glazer's now familiar psychedelic poster depicting Bob Dylan. 1967. There we go, I think. Let's see, our birthday, Kevin Peyton Flounder. How's it going? Birthday includes Scott Thompson. If you've watched Kids in the Hall, you may know this guy from there. Scott Thompson, 67. He also played Hank's gay assistant Brian on The Larry Sanders Show. Scott Thompson, 67 years old today. And on this day in history, in 1979, I'm surprised nobody tried it before this. I guess couldn't figure it out engineering-wise. On this day in 1979, a guy named Paul McCready had designed a human-powered vehicle because an American named Brian Allen wanted to be the first person to cross the English Channel in the air with no motor. So the company designed a bicycle basically inside a plastic bubble with a propeller on the back of it attached to the bicycle chain and had wings like a puffy kind of puff wing things up above. And the son of a gun, the thing weighed 70 pounds. Brian Allen was a 26-year-old kid, 1979, and he got on this bicycle pedaling air thing, and it was called the Gossamer Albatross. You could Google it. I see the picture right here. The Gossamer Albatross, 70 pounds, and he pedaled it in the air 22 miles across the English Channel. And it took him 2 hours and 49 minutes pedaling. I mean, holy cow. But again, why not? And it was good for 1979. That sounds like the kind of thing they would do in the 20s. And I for some reason, I don't know. Anyway, cool. All right, now, 423. Here we go. Kimmer Pete Flounder, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. And Elon Musk. This was an incredible Twitter piece from a guy named Shruti. Elon Musk just created 4,400 millionaires in a single day. 400 of them are now worth $100 million. SpaceX employees, welders, technicians, cafeteria workers. For 2 decades, the company paid every level of every workforce person in stock instead of higher salaries. Example, Juan Hernandez immigrated from Mexico, took a $28 an hour contract welding job in 2015. He didn't know what SpaceX was. The company gave him a $10,000 equity grant so he could buy some shares. That $10,000 is now worth about $900,000. Trevor Heiss, parents wanted him to go work a job at General Electric. He said, I'll go try this SpaceX thing. He stayed there 12 years, had 100,000 shares. $135 listing price, that's $13 million. He's 37 and now retired. He said the magnitude of this has been ridiculous.
How quick would you retire?
Right now. I'd sell part of it to do what I wanted, to keep the rest of my kids forever, and everything's fine.
You wouldn't give Mr. Dickey 2 weeks?
Oh, yeah. I'd give him 2. Yeah, absolutely. But that wouldn't even matter because that's probably against what, we don't really have a contract. He has a contract. I don't, really have a contract.
You could finish your contract.
He would try to make me finish the contract, and I would refuse, and then he'd sue me. And so, believe me, the money that I would have to pay in a lawsuit really wouldn't trickle much into the $13.5 million this guy just got. So, the most telling detail: 100 employees banded together and negotiated a group wealth management deal covering up to $5 billion because they've never had a wealth manager, and so now they're all millionaires. Over and over and over again for hanging through. It's even more than the Home Depot people. How about let's play the Elon Musk soundbite here, Flounder. This is Elon Musk talking about what a remarkable achievement everything is here, if you will, sir.
What cut? Sorry.
Elon Musk. Elon Musk. Here we go.
It is certainly hard to believe that a little company that started in a warehouse in El Segundo is now going public with the largest IPO that ever. And let me tell you, if people had told me this was going to happen, I was like, man, you must be smoking some really good crack. Because I think this company's going to fail. I give SpaceX less than a 10% chance of succeeding at all, to be clear. In fact, I told people this. I said, look, we're probably going to fail, but, we should give it a try, because if we don't, if there's not a new company that enters space, we will never be a truly spacefaring civilization. While the other aerospace companies, they build good rockets and everything, they were simply not pursuing the technology that's necessary to make life multiplanetary, to make Star Trek, to make the exciting science fiction futures that we've read about real. And that's what SpaceX is all about, is to take the fiction out of science fiction and create an exciting, inspiring future for everyone. We want to be able to take anyone who wants to go to the moon, anyone who wants to go to Mars, or anyone in the solar system, and maybe beyond the solar system at some point. We want to be able to take you there. Not just a few astronauts, I mean you, literally you. If you watch, whoever you are watching this, SpaceX wants to be able to take you to the moon, take you to Mars, and ultimately beyond. I'm confident at this point that with the incredible team that we have here at SpaceX, that we will do that for you. I always think about this, there are always problems on Earth. There are always problems on Earth. There are always things that we wish to be better, that we want to solve here on Earth, and we should solve them. But there also have to be things that get you excited about the future, that make you glad to wake up in the morning, because you can't wait to see what happens next. And that's the future that SpaceX wants to bring to you.
Elon Musk. I mean, what an incredible story. I mean, seriously, I don't even know what to think about it. The first trillionaire, I guess.
Yeah.
And all those people, like the Home Depot thing, just had a dream and they made it happen, and the people who stuck with it, as part of that dream come true. What a great story.
Just think about
we're going to take the.
Go ahead, Pete. I'm sorry.
No, he's going to take the fiction out of science fiction, which is a great trademark and logo and slogan. By the way, what'd you have there, Flounder?
I already forgot, damn it.
Well, you mentioned on social media the freaking Democrats, now that Elon Musk has announced that people are now millionaires and 100 millionaires and he's a trillionaire, the Democrats, apparently on social media, I've been following what Flounder was looking at this stuff, are complaining about, oh my God, now we got a trillionaire, showing that now the big rich people don't care even any less than they used to or something. They're trying to make some negative thing about success of Elon Musk and the company.
Yeah, well, they want all that money to buy votes and just keep shoving it down in the welfare mamas and stuff like that, and the slums that they never fix in their inner cities they've been running for a half century or more. That's what they want the money for. They don't want it for space. They don't want it for something that elevates the human race. They want something so they can gain control and control everybody.
Yeah, think about how dumb California was to let Musk go. They lost billions of dollars in economic growth because of him taking that to Texas.
I'd forgotten about that too. And of course, that's a great point. That would have been there.
Yeah.
And by the way, compare that with this very quickly before we got a little break here coming up. Professors, now speaking of California, at the University of California at Berkeley, we call it Berkeley when I used to live out there. Professors, especially in the humanities at Berkeley, are saying they have to now cut the number of assignments they give to the classmates by pages because they can't do the work. The students are struggling to keep up with the classes that require reading. They're academically unprepared for college. The amount of reading the professor of history said he can assign has fallen dramatically since he joined Berkeley 20 years ago. It's a crisis point. If the number of pages goes down any further that I can assign, it's clear to me whether not even my discipline can even be taught. Upper division students used to get 100 pages of reading a week to do. Professor said you got to do the material for a course he plans to teach this fall. The number is going to be 35 because they can't do it. And also, he said the other thing is students are relying on artificial intelligence to summarize all the texts. And Professor says, I find it upsetting because I've read the AI summary of my own work. I read what AI said about my own book, and it's all wrong. He said even a good summary is still not grappling with the actual text of the professors. So one, they can't read, or they're too lazy, or it's too hard. And now the University of California, the whole system, is deciding whether to go back to using the SAT and the ACT for testing requirements. They got rid of them 6 years ago. And this is what you get when you put down about how much you're interested in social campaigns to, helping, immigrants or something on your application to go to school, and how many podcasts you've been on. That's one thing. But whether you can do the freaking work is a whole nother issue. The math abilities are worse than high school levels. Incoming students in math have tested below what they should be doing in high school. In California at Berkeley and the California higher education system. God. 431, Kipper, Pete, and Flounder, 404-741-1230. And we got good crime stuff coming up. Boy, you're going to love that one, too. That's Friday. What do you think? Join us. Look out.
Extra 1063 is focused on the issues that matter most to you. Inflation, housing costs, healthcare, and taxes all shape the political landscape nationally and in Atlanta. And President Trump continues to fight the good fight so you'll have the chance to live the American dream. Proud to be the conservative voice of Atlanta. Extra 1063 FM and the Extra app.
Hot and steamy on my walk today, but it sure is blooming season for flowers and plants and trees and shrubs. And if you're a wholesale landscaping supply a guy who needs that stuff, Stovall & Company, that's your wholesale landscaping supply company. And Paul and the boys at Tripp and Devin doing this for generations, 11 locations. And again, they specialize in getting it there if you need it. You know, family business, they go above and beyond. So job site delivery, don't worry about it. It's probably already on the way. And I can't tell you enough how much I brag about it to everybody. If you need something really special and you just don't have it, they'll tell you where to get it. And things for building like an outdoor fireplace by the pool and that stuff too. Look them up, StovallInc.com.
America, Chuck, yeah. Chuck and Shack Oyster Bar is celebrating the red, white, and blues all summer long with our America 250 summer menu. We're talking Cyclone char-grilled oysters, Route 66 smash burgers, crab meat boardwalk fries, and USA-inspired cocktails. Raise a glass and cheers to 250 years of the U.S. of A. at Chuck and Shack Oyster Bar. Locally owned in downtown Alpharetta and Cumming, across from the collection. Find your location and details at theshuckandshack.com.
You and your buddy. You've been through a lot with each other. The ups and the downs. He's been with you every morning, noon, and night. You've traveled the world together. Heck, he was even with you on your first big date. But have you noticed he's struggling lately? Not performing on the job. He can't even stand up straight anymore. He's wanting to cry out for help, but just doesn't know how. He needs Dr. Dio and Total Body Therapy of Georgia. They can give him the gift of good posture this year, help him stand proud and become all he was meant to be. Now, take him by the hand, look him in the eye and say, I appreciate you, little fella, and we're going to get you some help. We're going to call 404-777-1911. We're going to visit tbtofga.com. We are going to say goodbye to erectile dysfunction forever. Total Body Therapy of Georgia. It's a hard conversation to have, but it's one worth having. Total Body Therapy of Georgia. Online at tbtofga.com.
Hey, this is Lowe's with David from Atlanta, who just purchased his new car with the Honest Car Guy, the new, fully transparent way to buy your next vehicle. David, tell us about your experience.
I had been looking for a vehicle for a couple months. The car buying process was a little challenging at first for me. I had some credit issues in the past, and I just happened to hear a familiar voice on the radio, and it happened to be the Honest Car Guy ad. I got in touch with Tom. Within 2, maybe 3 days, I had a vehicle being shipped here from Orlando, Florida. I have already recommended him to family members, several friends, and I'll purchase a car from Tom when I make my next purchase for sure.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME-1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
Babe, can you knock out my honey-do list today?
Oh, I know. I told you I'd get to it this weekend.
Hi, I'm Chris Lalomia, owner of the Trusted Toolbox. I can't fix your marriage, but I can fix your house. With our handyman for a day service, we'll handle those drywall patches, that door that won't latch, the leaky faucet, and the wood rot all around your house. The whole punch list, done fast, done right. You keep your weekend, she gets the house done. Everybody wins. Book your handyman for a day at thetrustedtoolbox.com. One call, one handyman, one day, the Trusted Toolbox.
In December 1947, a meeting in Daytona Beach changed racing forever. From street-driven stock cars, NASCAR was born. An exciting exhibit from stock cars to race cars showcases 7 generations of NASCAR. Cars raced by Richard Petty, Junior Johnson, Bill Elliott, Jeff Gordon, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and more. On display June 2nd through September 27th only at Savoy Automobile Museum in Cartersville. Get tickets online at savoymuseum.org.
If you like Brian Kemp, you're going to love Rick Jackson.
Rick Jackson's been a good supporter of mine. He's got a great story, and I've kind of felt like for really 2 years now that race is right for political outsider, especially somebody that could sell funds.
Rick Jackson, a conservative outsider who will make Georgia proud, just like Brian Kemp.
I'm Rick Jackson.
Brian Kemp wins big for Georgia. Record jobs, teacher pay raises, and when Hollywood liberals tried to boycott Georgia, Kemp never backed down.
The conservative outsider, just like Kemp.
As governor, I'll slash property taxes and lead America in job creation. I'm Rick Jackson. Like Governor Kemp, I'll fight for Georgia and win big, because that's what I've done my whole life.
Rick Jackson's been a good supporter of mine. He's got a great story.
Rick Jackson for Georgia. Paid for by Jackson for Governor Inc.
I've seen a couple of great new commercials for the
Welcome to the Kemmer Show.
between Dooley and Mike Collins, too, by the way.
Let's check in with Pete on the scoreboard.
Now, wait a minute. Are we still counting stories?
Versus
You know, the
stories
count,
actually covered.
it's the quality, not the quantity sometimes of the program.
You keep telling yourself that.
Yeah, well, that's right.
14 times you woke the Flounder up this morning with stories.
It was early. I was up,
How many do you think you've done of those 14?
I know I did 11 in the first half hour, so probably 12 and a half.
No,
13.
No, lower.
10 and a half. I'm
Lower.
9 and a half. 8
Lower.
8 and 3/4.
8.
Oh.
You've done 8.
Well, that's a lot. We've had a busy day.
8 of 14.
Well,
that is.
all right. Well, we're just keeping track.
I'm proud of you.
No, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Kimmer Pete Flounder, Let It Rip Friday. Our number is 404-741-1230, 741-1230. I'll just do a birthday thing here. Chris Evans, Captain America, Thor, Ant-Man, Spider-Man. Chris Evans is 45 years old today. Actually, tomorrow. It's a Saturday birthday. I cheated. You know what? On this day in history, because we didn't do any musical interlude coming back for our break, and when they do this thing on me at 4:30 counting numbers of stories, we didn't do any music, so we'll do one right here, Flounder, if you will. This is the song that broke up the Beatles. That's the headline on this history note. The ballad written by Paul McCartney, the Beatles' 20th and last #1 hit song for the group in America. Released on this day in 1970, it's not the version the group had played. During the recording of the song, John Lennon, who had only played the bass occasionally up to that point, had made a number of mistakes. So the producer of the record, one Phil Spector, said, no. We're going to need a large Band-Aid here to cover up these stupid mistakes that Lennon made. So without the Beatles knowing, Phil Spector added orchestral overdubs to the song, including 8 violins, 4 violas, 4 cellos, 3 trumpets, 3 trombones, 2 guitars, and a choir of 14 women. When Paul McCartney, hear it? When Paul McCartney heard the final version of this song, he was outraged. He demanded that Apple Records eliminate the extra music and vocals and gave the official breakup announcement of the Beatles. The album was released with the overdubs in place. Since 1970, 6 other versions of the song have been released by Paul McCartney.
This is still the best. Phil was a jerk and a murderer, but he
did great work with music. He did great work with music. He really did. Sorry. I mean, this is really a full. It brings depth to it. Brings fullness and a depth to it, and it doesn't hurt the vocal, the solo at all.
I can see why he was mad, though. It wasn't his song.
Me too. It was
not what they wanted.
It's not what he did. Yeah. I mean, plus you don't do it without telling anybody. You bring maybe a sample and say, "Hey, what do you think about this?" And try to, I mean, you can. Yeah, it's not how you do it.
Okay, Phil Spector's not a big guy, too. It'd be nothing to just go in that studio and lift him up against a wall.
Yeah, just say stop. Anyway, all right, Kimmer Pete Flounder, how's it going? 404-741-1230. We're going to play that soundbite again of the dad here coming up. Some more crime stuff in the news here today. And again, a kind of a negative correlation to it. You may remember the story of the elderly couple in Mississippi, 74 and 71-year-old couple, Billy Blair and his wife, Virginia, in Mendenhall, Mississippi. The other day, a teenager walked into their place. A 17-year-old broke into their home to burglarize the place, found them there, and killed them. 17-year-old kid with a gun. A few days later, his brothers, Cordavius Hobbs and Cortavius Hobbs. No, I beg your pardon. No. The killer, the 17-year-old killer, is Cordarius Hobbs. His brothers, Cortavius Hobbs and Cortavian Hobbs, tried to kill a Mississippi County Sheriff's deputy. A few days later, traffic stop. They fled, started shooting. They shot the deputy in the neck. He'll be paralyzed forever. They got pulled over. They were on a fishing trip, and I mean, it's just unbelievable. And the sheriff's deputy pulled them. They had marijuana in the car. They had a blunt right there. They said, "You got any drugs?" They took off. 3-mile high-speed chase. They got stuck in the mud. The deputy got shot in the neck and the shoulder, and he'll never walk again. He had been with the agency for 6 months. So Cortavius and Cortavian were charged with attempted capital murder, while their 17-year-old brother, Cartavius, has been charged with murder. Again, young black kids with guns. Teenagers with guns.
Yeah.
And speaking of crime and hate and a color involved in it, Austin Metcalf's family. Austin Metcalf is the guy who was murdered by Carmelo Anthony. Both were 17 when it happened. High school track meet in Texas. And now, because of what the kid's going to prison for up to 35 years and perhaps less if he gets out, the Metcalf family has had death threats. Family saying, hey, your son effed around and found out all right. Another guy said we should have killed and stabbed your twin brother Hunter, too. They're showing up at Metcalf's family home, taunting him by saying, "We're peeing on your son's grave." He's getting death threats. The father's getting death threats. So guess what? The father finally he was under a gag order. A judge had ruled you can't say anything during the trial. Well, he can say whatever he wants to now. Flounder, if you will, this is the father, no longer under a gag order, talking about the teenage killer's family and what's been happening since. Mr. Metcalf.
Drew Anthony, Kayla, you're cowards. You wouldn't even show up for your son's sentencing or victim statement impact. You abandoned your kid. You left him there. I guess he's no more use to you because you can't get any more GoFundMe money or GoSendGo money. You are grifters. You should be ashamed of yourself. You raised that child. You never once admitted or took accountability. You tried to play victim. The real victim is the one who died, not the one who shoved a knife in his chest. I come to pray with you and show the world we can close the gap of this unbelievable racial divide. And what'd you do? You widen the gap even further. You hire a convicted, baby-shaking felon who's only in it for the money, who gives you bad advice, kicks me out of a press conference. Oh, funny, I was somewhere I wasn't supposed to be, but I left when asked. I didn't stab anyone. And then you proceeded to gaslight me with your convicted felon, quote, advocate? Minister? Minister of what? Minister irrelevant? Minister of bullshit? How about minister you? Y'all think I'm a saint? I'm no saint. I'm as human as you. I have emotions. Just because I'm a Christian doesn't mean I don't sin, because I don't walk on water and I don't turn into wine.
I saw the parents being interviewed, and they complained about the racist nature of the trial of an all-white jury, which was a lie. They had Asians and Hispanics and somebody from freaking India, I think. And again, what the family's doing, once again, is stirring up race and hate, and I'll guarantee you they're going to try to raise more money, even though they used all the money for themselves and didn't spend a dime on their kid. It's just astounding.
Here's a question, too. Do you think a black person wanted to be on that jury?
Well, there were a few that were going to be, but they were school teachers, and they were afraid that they were going to
be. They opted out.
Yeah.
So what does that say?
And by the way, the members of the jury are not exactly coming forward to talk about the case. They're afraid. They are the jurors members are scared because they know that the certain communities coming after them. God, what a country! What's going on here? 446. Like I kept repeating flounder. I don't know. Like a herp.
The Kimmer Show is live until 6 p.m. and Extra 106.3 has the rest of your night covered with Jesse Kelly up next. Fox Across America with Jimmy Fela at 9 p.m. and The Guy Benson Show at midnight. All live on Extra 106.3 and the Extra app.
When Atlanta drivers want strength, capability, and comfort in one place, they head to Jim Ellis Buick GMC.
That's because Buick and GMC deliver everything from refined luxury to serious professional-grade performance, and Jim Ellis Buick GMC makes the buying experience quick, easy, and transparent.
Whether you're looking for a rugged GMC Sierra, a versatile Acadia, or a refined Buick Enclave, you'll find a huge selection in stock right now.
And just like every Jim Ellis dealership, you can shop your way. Start online, value your trade, schedule a test drive, even handle paperwork from home.
Or stop by and experience the no-pressure, straightforward approach Jim Ellis is known for.
Find your new Buick GMC at JimEllisBuickGMC.com or shop in person for a VIP shopping experience designed around your needs.
2 convenient locations to serve you. In Chamblee on Peachtree Boulevard, just inside the perimeter, or up Highway 20 in Buford near the Mall of Georgia.
Jim Ellis Buick GMC. We are professional grade.
Hello, summer, and hello, Braves baseball. Head to Truist Park June 16th through the 21st as the Giants and Brewers come to town. Fans can look forward to some amazing giveaways like the Ronald Acuna Jr. bobblehead presented by Delta Airlines, the Braves soccer crossover jerseys for adults and kids, and the Kids LED light. Visit Braves.com/promos to see more of the fun throughout the week and to purchase tickets. Atlanta Braves baseball. We are Braves country.
Your yard, it stresses you out. Between the watering, the seeding, the weeding, and mowing. And no matter what you do, you're never satisfied. Have you thought about artificial turf? It's low maintenance, it's pet friendly, and it looks amazing all year round. Those in the know use ATL Turf Go. ATL Turf Go is Atlanta's top choice for artificial grass installation. Let them build you a backyard of your dreams with a custom golf or putting green, outdoor kitchen or pool deck. They even specialize in custom concrete and stonework. They handle everything from design and grading to construction and drainage solutions. So whether it's residential lawns or recreational sports fields, ATL Turf Go can build you a stress-free space you'll love. So say goodbye to mowing, maintenance, and your wasted weekends. Learn more and schedule your free in-home consultation today. Call ATL Turf Go, 678-403-2339. That's 678-403-2339. Or visit atlturfco.com.
America, Chuck, yeah. Chuck and Shack Oyster Bar is celebrating the red, white, and blues all summer long with our America 250 summer menu. We're talking Cyclone char-grilled oysters, Route 66 smash burgers, crab meat boardwalk fries, and USA-inspired cocktails. Raise a glass and cheers to 250 years of the US of A at Chuck and Shack Oyster Bar. Locally owned in downtown Alpharetta and Cumming, across from the collection. Find your location and details at theshuckandshack.com.
I know there are plenty of HVAC companies out there, but here's why Central Heating and Air Conditioning stands out. These days, it's hard to tell who's on first. Companies are changing hands, showing up with new names. You may not even realize it's not the same team anymore. But Central, they've never left the field. They've been your hometown team since 1947, and that kind of consistency matters, especially when you're trusting someone with your home. Central's team knows HVAC inside and out, delivering dependable service, personalized solutions, and showing up when it counts. No surprises, no switching jerseys, just the same trusted team Atlanta has relied on for generations. When it comes to HVAC, that's a grand slam. Carrier products, carrier warranty, and carrier peace of mind. Call 770-GET-HEAT or visit centralheat.com. That's 770-GET-HEAT or go to centralheat.com. Central Heating and Air Conditioning, delivering carrier comfort for the world we share.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
I love the Supremes. Motown, baby. 1965 here. Huge hit. Their 5th consecutive #1 single, the first American group to do it. 1965. Dun, 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 dun. It's the Supremes. Here we go. We'll get right to the bulldog here. Sing it, Diana Ross. Back in my arms again. 5th #1 single in a row. No group had ever done it. 1965. The Supremes were the first. Good for them. Hits. Kemmer, Pete, and Flounder, how's it going? Birthday list, if you ever used to watch the show Chicago Fire, Chief Bowden is a guy played by an actual person named Eamon Walker, who is 64 today, the chief on Chicago Fire. And on this day in 1962, Alcatraz prison inmates Frank Morris and the brothers John and Clarence Anglin are missing from their cells. They had escaped, left the island in a raft constructed from stolen raincoats. They dug holes through their cell using spoons, saw blades, and a drill made out of a vacuum cleaner motor. They painted up dummy heads made out of homemade papier-mâché mixture of soap, toothpaste, concrete dust, and toilet paper, and hair from the barbershop floor to make it look like they were sleeping in bed. After the escape was discovered, a 10-day search ensued. A wallet with the names, addresses, and photos of the Anglins was found off the southern shore of Angel Island. Raincoat material believed to be remnants of the raft found on a beach near the Golden Gate Bridge. Authorities believe the men drowned and could not have escaped the attempt. Their bodies were never found. The police department got a letter written allegedly by John Anglin claiming that Frank Morris died in 2008, was buried in Alexandria under a different name, and that Clarence Anglin, his brother, died in 2011. The letter said Anglin had cancer, wanted to strike a deal with the FBI, offering to be locked up again for a year in exchange for medical care. A fourth inmate was supposed to escape with them, but he was late leaving his cell, and they had to leave him behind. And by the way, I just Googled Grok, to check about, and the latest evidence was that the FBI found things in the water that would indicate that their life raft and their so-called life preservers that they had, homemade things, they wouldn't have made it. So the latest is that they're probably drowned and they never found any bodies or official evidence that one of them made it. But, I can't imagine they would have made it. There's no way they would have made it. Anyway, 4:53. What's the matter? What do you got?
I forgot to use my phone sound. We got Pat on the horn.
Pat, you're on the radio. Happy Friday, man. What's going on?
Hey, Cameron, I've been listening since Wayne, no offense.
Oh, goodness. Excellent.
That's a long time.
Yes,
now,
sir.
Iran wants a nuclear weapon, right?
Yes.
Well, why doesn't the president drop a 40 kilo milligram bomb on Tehran? They'd be happy. That's what they want.
There's your weapon.
One time, one shot.
Yeah, I know. They're going to have to do. They're not going to sign a peace deal that we can accept.
They're going to keep pulling our wool over our eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, we got away with it last time. We'll get away with it. And that way, we don't have to send the boys with the boots on.
Yeah. I think to me, see what you think about this. And Pete, I want you to get your thing too as well. It seems to me that the only way that we will be assured that they're actually serious if there is a deal is if they say, okay, bring your tools and start digging for our uranium dust. In other words, if they allow the crews in to go ahead and start getting their uranium, then it's obviously, once the process starts, it'd be hard, for them to claim there's reason to stop it. So, but until that point, if they still have their uranium, there's no deal, in my mind. So
you're absolutely right, and that's a good idea about going ahead and getting uranium. Call the president, say, "Hey, bud."
By God, Flounder.
A few boys in there.
There you go.
Shovels.
I love it. That's it.
Thanks, Kim.
All right,
I like you, bud.
Thanks, man. You're very kind. I'm glad you're listening. 404-741-1230. 741-1230. Yeah, let's see. We got a little UFO update. I heard him talking about this earlier on this radio station before we came on. They found a location in the northeast part of America where unexplained glowing orbs appear in the night sky. And they're being all disclosed today, video included, as part of the third tranche of UFO files released because of Donald Trump's declassification order. The sighting is described as being on a secluded pond, and it's been seen in irregular intervals, but a resident who reported the sightings to the FBI 2 years ago is credible and has footage on his cell phone, including the orbs appearing to replicate. The pinpointing of the location where they're seen could be a breakthrough because there's similar descriptions by witnesses in other areas and reports that don't allow for deploying scientific equipment, but there are 4 videos the FBI has are being released in the latest cache of it. The FBI agents themselves went to the site and saw it. There's a single bright but distant orb appearing to replicate into itself at least 3 other orbs over the course of 2 minutes. More video a couple years ago shows 2 orbs of a more reddish hue appearing to hover. Another one lasting 4 minutes shows a single brightly colored orb seeming to change its size. The last one they're releasing, under a minute long, is from last year, shows a pair of reddish orbs hovering together. The objects are observed hovering in a static position, moving, observed above the horizon, close to the ground, within trees, near the water. The area sees spikes and gamma radiation correlating with the times the objects are in view. FBI agents visiting the home with there saw an array of unexplained lights. White lights dancing around for a few seconds, moving side to side, and then disappearing, according to the agents. A special agent observed white lights appearing at the top of the tree line, either appeared and then moved erratically and then disappeared. And nobody knows what to make of the UFO orbs.
Will-o'-the-wisps.
Yeah, here we go. How about another Flounders Funny there? Flounders Funny time. What do you think?
Somebody sent me an article about a family that went to Disneyland, and the mom, it's a true story, sued Disneyland because the son got hugged too tightly by Pluto. What? Remember when our parents would drop us off at an amusement park at 8 a.m. and say, I'll meet you here at dark. Gave you $5 and a ham sandwich. Dude, I got hugged too tightly by a guy that didn't even work there. He looked like Shrek, but I don't think he was a part of the...
Mr. John Christ.
John Christ, ladies and gentlemen. Kipper, Pete, and Flounder, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. We keep asking for arrests on what's been going on in this country. We got another example to tell you about. A guy took off at ICE officers and threw a rock at one of the ICE officers, hit him in the face. Remember that happened a little while ago in Portland, Oregon? Well, he's been arrested, and he's going to prison. His name is Robert Jacobs Hoops. He pleaded guilty to aggravated assault of a federal employee with a dangerous weapon, a rock. Hit remove an ICE officer in the face with it, caused him to bleed and heavily significant injury. He had to go get medical treatment, not just first aid. And the message for the U.S. Attorney's Office is clear. Violence is not a protest. They identified the guy, by the way, using facial recognition technology. Good. Find them all. Oh, and by the way, this guy's been arrested, going to prison for 2.5 years. His father says, well, he's a lifelong Quaker, and he's deeply committed to pacifism. Deeply committed to pacifism.
He's going to be quaking in that cell with Bubba.
Yeah, you'll be at peace, all right. First, we have a 5 o'clock news update, holy crap at sports, and a lot more standing by. Here we go.
The Morning Extra, every weekday morning from 6 to 10 on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta on Dickey Broadcasting Station, Extra 106.3.
Elon Musk could give everyone in the world $100 and have $270 billion left over. I'm Chris Foster, Fox News. He's the world's first trillionaire today. His company SpaceX stock went on sale with its initial public offering, the richest ever. It closed at $161 a share, 19% gain so far. Musk says he gave the company a less than 10% chance of succeeding at all at first.
I told people this. I said, look, we're probably going to fail, but, we should give it a try, because if we don't, if there's not a new company that enters space, we will never be a truly spacefaring civilization.
Musk addressing the NASDAQ stock exchange this morning. The NASDAQ overall closed up about 0.3% today. The Dow up 0.7 at 353 points. The S&P is up 0.5%. A mass shooter who barricaded himself at an abandoned veterinary clinic in Midland, Texas today was accused of trying to kill a police officer 2 days ago. Fox's Kristen Goodwin.
The Texas Department of Public Safety revealing the suspect who was killed after opening fire on officers and bystanders in downtown Midland was wanted for the attempted murder of a peace officer during a vehicle pursuit in the city earlier this week.
The identity of the suspect, Victor Montevillarreal, age 45.
Sergeant Stephen Blanco. Officials say one victim was killed, 10 others were injured.
Non-law enforcement. Midland Memorial Hospital says 4 people underwent surgery there and that 5 people have been treated and released. The government's warrantless foreign surveillance program expires tonight at midnight Eastern.
The House and then the Senate rejected an extension of FISA 702, while Democrats and some Republicans had demanded reforms, including requiring a warrant to obtain Americans' information revealed by the surveillance. Democrats then rejected an extension over the president's selection of his federal housing finance director, Bill Pulte, as temporary director of national intelligence.
Fox Jessica Rosenthal. Congress is on recess until June 23rd. It's unclear how the expiration will affect investigations. Pakistan's prime minister says a final agreed-upon text of a U.S.-Iran peace deal has been reached, and Pakistan's working closely with both sides to finalize the next steps. America's listening to Fox News.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit information kit. 800-809-7171. That's 800-809-7171.
Lots of places can expose you to identity theft, but that's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats to your identity, which is way more than anyone can do on their own. If they find anything suspicious, like new loans or changes in your financial accounts, they'll alert you right away, all through text, phone, email, or the LifeLock app. Get the alerts that can make all the difference. Save up to 30% off your first year with the promo code BECK. LifeLock.com. 800-LifeLock. 1-800-LifeLock or LifeLock.com. Use the promo code BECK at LifeLock.com.
Let's get it together, ladies. Left shoulder, right of leg, ready on your dog target. Road guards out. Look out. It's only me. It's only the Kipper with Pete Davis in the mountains of Macon and Flounder in the control room. Having a wonderful time here, all three of us together with wonderfulness on a Friday. Let it rip Friday. Anything goes. Our number is 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Got all the newsy stuff. You're going to hear from that dad again later on, bringing the parents of the killer boy from Texas into account again. Thank goodness. I'm going to start with another happy news story in case you missed the earlier show in just a minute. All the political stuff. We got the latest. Also, the cheater in Maine, the Maine senator candidate and stuff like that. A couple of quick updates on various things. Flounder, I've done it again. Today, I was trying to send videos this morning on my Facebook page, which every day, I go to the stable on weekends, Saturday and Sunday in the morning, and I take a lot of videos, and then during the week, when I don't go to the stable, obviously I'm working, I post videos. And so today I'm posting videos, and all of a sudden, my Facebook page, in fact, I wrote exactly what it said here. My Facebook page suddenly said, well, of course, now I can't find it. Hold on. I think I wrote it down. And my Facebook page said, session expired, use other profile. And it blocked me from doing anything. I couldn't open my Facebook page. When I tried to, I opened it and it wouldn't do anything. It said use other profile, and the session expired, and it had a little continue thing on it. I didn't want to press it because, every time there's something like this happens, I don't know what it's going to do. And if I hit that, all of a sudden I got to come up with new apps or new passcodes or all this crap. I'm thinking in my head, I don't know what this means. Here's the problem with people like me. I don't know what the next step in things means. In other words, I don't know what it's going to do. And every time I don't know what it's going to do, if I push the button, it does something I don't understand. I don't know how to get out of it. You see what I mean?
Intuitive. Well, not intuitive.
Yeah, I know, but it's like, and I used this story, and I know this is stupid. It sounds silly, but it's like I used to play video games with my stepson, the barman, when he was like 10, and we'd be playing those video games, and all of a sudden he would do his pointer up in the corner of somebody's elbow in the left-hand corner of the something, and he'd get like 900 rockets to shoot against me. And I said, how did you know how do you know how to do that? He said, oh, I don't know, just do it. I said, what do you mean you just just know. They just know this stuff, where there's things you can get that nobody else knows. I mean, I don't get it. I'm out of it. I'm admitting it. It's just crazy. So anyway, so I go into freaking Flounder. I said, here we go again. And how in the hell am I supposed to figure this out? And what does this mean if I hit this continue? Am I going to be locked out of my Facebook so I can no longer buy? I'm freaking out about the future. Flounder goes, click, click, click. It's over. You're done. You got it. They took it away. I said, what I don't understand any of this. He said, they're just trying to get you to do something, to get new things. I think Flounder, he's busy working in the back there, but he told me that something like that they want to do everything now freaking facial recognition or something.
So instead of passwords, they want to do key ID and facial recognition.
Yeah, but again, see, I don't want to get
makes it easier, but then at the same time, you forget the password. They're just trying to make you more stupid.
And by the way, when they say it makes things easier, it never makes things easier. It's always more steps. Yeah. I mean,
you know what? Facebook has become so convoluted, I hardly use it anymore. I just go in there and look at reels or check messages is all I do. And you know what?
That's
that movie you like so much, the Social
Network, yeah.
They're coming out with a sequel.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really good.
Really? I had not heard that. With the same cast?
No, not the same cast.
I was going to say, it can't be the guy who played Spielberg there. What's his name? Zuckerberg. Martian.
Zuckerberg.
Yeah. Is he still in that guy? Do you know what the cast is? Or
yeah, actually, I saw a short reel.
Jeremy, I forget. He's a very good actor.
Jeremy
Renner? Succession. He's one of the sons in Succession.
Yeah, you'd like him. He's a good actor.
Yeah.
And,
okay.
in fact, the guy who does this chef's move. What's the chef show that everybody was watching with? The Bear.
Bear
guy from the Bear's in there.
Huh. Well,
Bear Grylls?
Bear Grylls or Grills or Grease.
What are you talking about? That Bear Grylls is a survivalist. We're talking about the chef show.
There's a chef show on Hulu or something
like
that.
You said Bear. The only bear I know is Bear Grylls.
Oh, my God. There are polar bears, grizzly bears, brown bears, black bears,
how the hell do I know Bear Chef? Bear Chef this, Bear Chef that. I know Bear Grylls, and I don't know how to pronounce it. But I see his ads on TV. I've never watched the show.
Sideways.
Well, I don't know you hear. I say bear, and I'm thinking of your dog, and I'm thinking, oh God, poor bastard.
Bear Grylls is playing Mark Zuckerberg. You're absolutely correct.
You said it. I didn't say it.
And he's going to survive. Damn it!
He's a survivor. Oh my God!
Hey,
man.
guess what? I just figured out what my background looks like.
What?
The dating game.
Jim Lang in the dating game. Kind of does,
like
yeah.
The dating game set.
In fact, you know what's really funny? When every once in a while there'll be videos of the famous people who appeared on dating game before they were famous. Matt Damon and guys like that. I think when they were 20 years old or something. And if you see them now, it's really hysterical. The dating. In fact, I did a show with him. I interviewed him when he was doing a show once. He's a Marine. Jim Lang was a Marine many years ago.
Yeah.
And he did a show at Camp Pendleton when I was there, and that's why I saw him do that part. Anyway.
All right. European travel update on FIFA America. Europeans are just overjoyed with the fact of free refills and ice.
That's right, ice. They don't have ice. I don't even know if they have. Well, they must have ice machines in restaurants, but they don't serve it.
I tell you what, though, when I first went to England in 1992, you couldn't find American beer and you couldn't find ice in most places.
Yeah.
Now you can. Now it's everywhere. Both of those.
Now,
things
if I were to go into a bar in basically most of Europe, just generally speaking, and ordered a beer, would it be a warm beer or would they automatically have it in their freezer?
You can get either one. You can get a Guinness is served warm over there. They don't. But if you want a Budweiser, you can get a Budweiser or
they
Heineken.
Ask you?
They'll serve it cold. Basically, if you're ordering a Heineken or Budweiser, it's going to come cold.
Okay,
if you order a Guinness,
it's almost like just give me a Pilsner or give me a
if it's coming out of the tap, it's probably going to be warm or whatever. And by the way, a Japanese guy over here just discovered that in Mexican restaurants, before you even show that you can pay, they put the chips and salsa down, and the guy goes, I didn't order this. He goes, it's free, man. And the Japanese guy kept thinking that he had to eat it. Every time they put another basket down. So after the third one, his friend is going, quit eating that. You're not going to be hungry. And he wasn't hungry by the time the food showed up.
I freaking love it.
He thought it was his honor. It was his debt and honor to eat what they put in front of him.
Sure, and being polite. Oh, Oh, man. I mean, I really love it. Honestly, and the more I hear about this stuff, I hope I hope this makes the rounds. I hope people who hate this freaking country, and again, there are millions of people in America today because of social media and the cell phone and the Democrat Party the last 10 years hate this country. Millions of people, for no reason, really. I mean, they've tuned into the fact that there's so much wrong with this country. Hell, I saw Hillary Rodham P. Stinky Fart Cabbage just the other day showed up out of nowhere, complaining about what she calls the new revolution. The new revolution is to take over by white supremacists and billionaires in this country. I mean, where do these people get these things?
They're so starved for real food, they actually like Texas Roadhouse.
Well, I could eat Texas Roadhouse, I'll bet you.
I was never a fan, but I'll tell you what, they're loving it. Yeah. They're absolutely loving it.
Well, they don't get ribs, I guess, in most of the
Well, one thing, I mean, if you notice in America, like our portions are so big.
Yeah, true.
If you go to a barbecue restaurant,
or they used to be anyway.
I mean, you get a hell of a portion. Yeah, again now with inflation, but again, that's one thing they've noticed too is how big the portions are.
Yeah, I love it. Let's see. I'll tell you about a quick thing. We got Holy Crap of Sports coming up, and I do want to do my good news story. Two guys, Adam and Mike, were on a routine cruise with their all-terrain vehicles in the Netherlands of Minnesota, and they made it 30 miles outside of their favorite RV park and said, oh, my goodness, we're running out of gas. So they said, let's take a shortcut. They found this pothole-laden path into nowhere. Had never seen it before. This is out middle of nowhere. They're driving through this pothole path that no one had ever been before, and all of a sudden came across a stranded minivan. One of the guys, retired marshal, deputy marshal, had a gut feeling something's wrong, maybe an ambush or something. Then he saw a body in a puddle. He said, oh, God, please don't be dead. It was a woman, and she was submerged, and water was almost coming over her mouth. And then when they got close to the body, it was alive. It was a woman saying, help me, gurgling. They got her out of that immediate location. She was in bad shape. She had fallen out of her car into quicksand. And the mud had trapped her in there, and she was lying there for 3 days. Dehydrated, sunburned, her only reprieve, overnight storms that made the mud rise more, and she was about to drown. The guy said, I couldn't believe this got to be the strongest woman there is. Watching the sun go up, the sun go down, burning every day when it comes up again, and then the will to live 3 days trapped in quicksand. 68 years old, her name, Catherine Wozner. An endangered missing person because she has a medical problem, which they knew about, and that's where the alert went out. But these guys never knew that they've never taken this route. He said if God didn't give us through here, she'd be dead. God directed us to this woman. There's no reason we would have gone down those trails and saved her life. Quicksand for 3 days and nights. Can you imagine yourself in that position? All right, Holy Crap of Sports is next. Give her Pete and Flounder. It's Friday. Everything's fine. Look out.
Neil Bortz is only live on Extra 106.3, bringing you daily commentary on the biggest topics of the day. Catch him throughout the day or hear his latest on the Extra 106.3 app.
Well, I wonder what the next thing is I'm going to lose and then find out that I have a copy of it in my safe. You can have copies of stuff in your safe, but get your own. Atlanta Safe House. Sorry I mess around there because this is really serious business. Not only fires and floods, but burglars and stuff like that. Atlanta Safe House, their new location, Union Hill Road in Alpharetta, have 500 of them right there. I mean, give or take 2 or 3. I mean, seriously, they have the off-the-top brands, Browning, Fort Knox, all these security safes, whether it's a pistol safe you're looking for or a gun safe or just to keep stuff in. Like when I didn't have a safe down in Florida when I retired and lost my medical records. So that cost me, stuff like that. My kids know now where to get my living will and if there's any money left and stuff like that. Real estate transactions, marriage, divorce papers, and things. I've had to look up family stuff just recently, unfortunately, but, records are records, and thank goodness when you find them. Anyway, that's the key. And by the way, they protect your stuff as well as your rights and your gear, only sending off-duty police and firefighters and military people to get it in there because you can trust them. They love taking care of you and your rights. AtlantaSafehouse.com.
For a lot of drivers, the question isn't, should I buy a Toyota? It's, where should I buy it? Because the dealership matters long after the paperwork is signed. My good friends at Marietta Toyota, well, they built their reputation the right way. Trust, consistency, and of course, most importantly, taking care of the neighbors and customers for over 50 years, proudly serving the Marietta area since 1975. You get real selection, straightforward answers, and a team that respects your time. Here's the difference most dealerships don't include. Every new Toyota comes with our nationwide lifetime powertrain warranty. That's valid for unlimited time and unlimited mileage for as long as you own your Toyota. That's long-term confidence backed by Toyota quality and supported by a full team here after the sale with service and genuine Toyota parts on Cobb Parkway South. It's time for you to visit Marietta Toyota on Cobb Parkway South, about 3 miles north of Truist Park. Marietta Toyota. We've been here and we'll be here for you.
Nationwide lifetime powertrain warranty included with every new Toyota purchase. See dealer for coverage details, exclusions, and requirements.
Still on the fence about a fence? Hi, this is Jared with Accent Fence. Protect your home, your family, and your pets with a brand new fence from Accent Fence. Whether you want the classic look of wood, the durability of aluminum or steel, or the affordability of chain link, Accent Fence builds it right the first time. And with no money down financing available, your dream fence is more affordable than ever. Read our 5-star customer reviews online and see why so many homeowners trust Accent Fence. For quality, craftsmanship, and dependable service, visit accentfence.net today for your free quote.
Hey, what's up? It's Drake Baldwin here to talk about my personal Rookie of the Year, Superior Plumbing. They say you can't be Rookie of the Year more than once, but Superior has been proving themselves for over 40 years as the GOAT of plumbing. Whenever I need a leak repaired, toilet replaced, or water heater, I call Superior Plumbing, and you should too. They handle each job with care and honesty. For Superior, there's no job too small.
For Superior, the honest one, call 770-422 Plum.
In the U.S., there's a break-in every 26 seconds. That means somewhere right now an intruder is getting closer. The problem is most security systems only alert you after the break-in is already started, and that's too late. But when intruders step near, Simply Safe Home Security steps up. Using the Outdoor Camera Series 2 and advanced AI alerts, Simply Safe's U.S.-based live agents identify threats on your property and help deter them, stopping crime before it starts. That's peace of mind. With Simply Safe, you get award-winning 24/7 professional monitoring for a fraction of the cost. Service starts around $1 a day, and there are no long-term contracts. You can customize your system online in minutes, ship it to your door, set it up yourself in under an hour. Simply Safe, it's home security that earns your trust every single day. Experience the same peace of mind at Simply Safe. With this exclusive offer right now, get 50% off your custom system at simplysafe.com/Beck. That's half off. Simplysafe.com/Beck. Go there now. There is no safe like Simply Safe.
1956, the Army adopts its first official flag. Blue Army seal, a white scarlet scroll, and a white background. The Army was the only service branch without a flag until 1956. And now, holy crap, it's sports with Pete Davis.
Braves begin a 3-game setup in Flushing tonight against the Mets. Last night's game in Chicago against the White Sox was rained out. It's going to be made up August 20th. And they had trouble even getting out of Chicago. They didn't get into New York till early this morning.
Yeah.
So hopefully they'll play a little better because they're playing the worst ball of the year in Chicago. So hopefully by the time they get to New York, they'll straighten this out. Tonight, the 4-1 Spencer Strider and his 4 earned run average against the 3-4 right-hander Nolan McLean with an ERA of 3.98. Mauricio Dubon leading off the bubonic plague and playing left field. Ozzie Albies batting cleanup. Ha-Seong Kim at shortstop. Austin Wynn's catching. Good news, Drake Baldwin begins his rehab tomorrow with Gwinnett down in Jacksonville.
Good.
Right-hander Hurston Waldrop sent to the Stripers. They released catcher Maverick Handley and outrighted Carlos Carrasco to AAA. In a 20-plus minute video released last night, Texas Tech officials keep digging, reiterating their support for Brendan Sorsby amid widespread criticism for the rest of the Big 12 Conference and the rest of the known world.
Oh, boy.
Talking about the quarterback playing for the Red Raiders this fall. They even had the cojones to use the word integrity. Surprisingly, none of them burst into flame upon using the word. Meanwhile, the Attorney General of Oklahoma is rebutting the Attorney General of Texas, is calling for the Big 12 Conference to suspend Sorsby, saying this is absolutely absurd what the Texas AG just put out. And isn't he the guy who just won the Senate race?
Yeah. So
why is he being an idiot?
Wow.
Yeah, he's defending this.
I don't get it.
Well, Texas is just, they've gone insane on this.
Yeah. Football.
It's not even that good.
Football makes you go nuts in that. I mean, this is crazy.
Well, I don't know. Texas Tech is digging a hole they'll never be able to get out of. Who's going to play with them after this?
Jeez.
Yeah. Another day, another NFL player in trouble for abusing women.
No.
Broncos linebacker Jonathan Cooper arrested last night. Multiple charges that he violated a protection order filed against him earlier in the week. Second time this month that Cooper has been arrested. In addition to multiple charges from his first arrest, including a felony charge, he's facing new charges, one for harassment from repeated phone calls and one for the violation of a protection order, which had been placed by his girlfriend after he'd been charged with felony charge of second-degree assault by strangulation.
Ah, the old strangulation assault, yes.
Right. Coming down with like buckets and the sun's out outside.
Oh, my. Really?
Wang No Offense Inbeom scored a goal and set up another as the Kimchi Crunchers of Korea rallied to defeat Czechia 2-1 last night in Guadalajara. Both teams heard boos as left the field at halftime. I thought it was a pretty good game, but the fans were not happy.
Really?
Earlier yesterday, the Mexican Jumping Beans shut out the Great White Sharks of South Africa 2-0. I'm sure you've been watching.
I saw a part of it a little bit earlier.
Well, you got to stay up tonight to watch USA, by golly.
Well, I might do that.
We get going in SoFi Stadium in SoCal against Paraguay tonight. I struggled to find something indigenous to that South American country to talk about and discovered this nugget of joy. Paraguay has the third largest hydroelectric dam in the world.
Really?
99.5% of the population has electricity. This plucky little country even has its own language and cornbread. I'm trying to look up find out what's going on in Canada is playing. Oh, they tied, I think.
Oh, really?
1-1. They played Bosnia-Herzegovina. What do you call them?
Herzegovina. Yeah, Bosnia-Herzegovina.
I think that it looks like it's 1-1. I don't know. Let me see if I can update this.
Yeah, by the way, you're doing that. The Babylon Bee says the least popular sport in the world holds a little tournament. Yes, virtually unknown outside a few areas. The sport goes by various foodie adult kickball. All that's cute, says local guy. It's nice they open their Little League fields for use at rinky-dink tournament. So anyway.
Okay, it's the largest in the world, but whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
The last time these two teams played, U.S. and Paraguay, 7 months ago, got into a huge fight on the field. So bad, some of the players even used their hands.
Oh, no.
Meanwhile, don't hold this against our current players, but in the past, our American men were not that patriotic. Former United States men's national team assistant coach Jesse Marsh revealed he sometimes had to beg the American players to sing their own national anthem.
Really?
Marsh is now the head coach of Canada, said every one of these boys up here is incredibly Canadian, and the pride they have in putting on the jersey representing the country, hearing the national anthem. And the U.S., sometimes we had to beg players to sing the national anthem.
Wow.
These guys, the Canadians, sing the national anthem, belt it out to the top of their lungs because they want to show the country how proud they are to be here, to be Canadians, and to represent what Canada is.
Yeah. How could it not be everybody?
Embarrassing. If America does win tonight, Steak and Shake, and by the way, there's one down the street.
We are down the street headquarters here.
Tomorrow only, we'll sell you a Patriot milkshake for only $0.25, one shake per customer. Such a deal because they're normally $2.50. So you may say, what is a Patriot shake?
Oh, in fact, my little friend Gretchen brought one of those. It's got a flag in it.
Very good.
It's got a flag in it, I think.
It's vanilla ice cream, birthday cake flavors, topped with whipped cream, red, white, and blue sprinkles, a mini American flag, and a dark chocolate Statue of Liberty garden.
I'm in.
I had one. I had one. They're delicious.
Yeah, take my money. Anyway. And Waffle House here in Atlanta has opened a pop-up merchandise place where you can buy all kind of World Cup Waffle House merch, including yellow and black soccer balls. I want one. It's located at 135 Andrew Young International Boulevard, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. until June 21st.
Yeah, not after dark.
Not there after dark.
No,
I noticed that. Some Cup games to be played in the Meadowlands up in Jersey, and they have a special treat for you fans, the Ripper Hot Dog.
All right, sir. Ripper, the Ripper as in Jack the Ripper?
Not quite. The Ripper hot dog, even though maybe, is a fried hot dog that rips open. But unlike the traditional version, MetLife's will also include pineapple salsa, ketchup, mayo, diced pineapple, and potato sticks. Would you eat this?
As part of the hot dog? Did I misunderstand? Yeah. Oh, no way. No.
Oh, I'd eat that and take my money.
Pineapple on a hot dog? I don't think so.
You ever had pineapple salsa? delicious.
No.
What's wrong with you?
Broaden
your mind there.
No,
Neanderthal.
never. No, I'm sorry. No.
Fox Sports coverage of Game 1 got off to a rocky start yesterday as the network did not show Shakira's non-lying hips in the pregame show. Then during the hydrating breaks, showed so many commercials they were late getting back to the action.
Well, they want their money.
That's Fox for you. The German tourist Freddie and his two friends just got a personal tour of the New Orleans Saints and Pelicans facilities. The Saints tweeting, "These guys exist. They are actually real." And someone said, when they were pointing out last night, Freddie says, we went to a Waffle House in New Orleans and we couldn't eat inside. They closed the inside, so you had to eat outside in the parking lot. And some guy from Jacksonville said, buddy, if you show up at a Waffle House and they won't let you inside, you need to get the hell out of there.
Yeah, don't worry about the parking lot. Worry about starting your car.
Run away.
They're afraid of the crime. I mean, they're literally afraid of bad attitudes. So the people inside are nasty people. Too much crime. Gosh.
Everyone who wants to play in the World Cup game in Canada, step forward.
Ooh.
Not so fast, Tommy Party. Party's going to miss Ghana's opening match in Toronto against Panama after being denied entry into Canada.
Yes.
Why? Seems Party is charged with 7 counts of rape and 1 count of sexual assault in London, England.
Oh, my. How did he get over here?
Which begs the question, how the hell is he here in the United States?
Seriously,
yes, absolutely. Why is he here?
That wasn't flagged on his oh my Lord.
You think they won't let people in because they have a marijuana conviction in 1972. Are you kidding me?
Wow, that's unbelievable.
Sad news, former Atlanta Flames left-winger Jerry Meehan has died at 79. Meehan was the very first Buffalo Sabres team. He played 10 years in NHL for the Maple Leafs, Flyers, Sabres, Canucks, Flames, and Capitals. Meehan was instrumental in the very first major defection in hockey, Hall of Famer Alexander Mogilny of the Soviet Union. Like something out of a spy movie, in 1989, Meehan and another Sabres employee flew to Stockholm, met Mogilny, ushered him to America while avoiding the KGB.
Whoa.
Yeah. Meehan's trade for goalie Dominik Hasek, one of the most one-sided deals in league history. He was a backup in Chicago at the time. Hasek went on to win the Vezina Trophy for best goalie 6 times, the Hart Trophy twice during his time in Buffalo. Still, to me, he's my third favorite goalie. He was amazing to watch. Meehan played for the Atlanta Flames from 1974 to 76, scored 11 goals, and got 41 points. Knickerbocker is going for the series win in San Antonio tomorrow night. The Babylon Bee headline reads, EMTs to be stationed near Spurs bench next game to prevent choking.
Yes.
The College World Series underway in Omaha. But, of course, the big scoreboard is at Rocco's for the Jello Shot Challenge.
How do we stand here, I wonder?
Yesterday, I reported that Ole Miss was in the lead by a lot.
Yeah.
Then Pat McAfee and the West Virginians showed up.
Uh-oh.
By the way, Pat not happy.
Really?
The guy who runs Rocco's was rude to him, and he said it on his podcast today, and he was not happy.
Yeah,
no.
I wouldn't do that, Pat McAfee.
The latest tally from earlier today, I'm sure it's changed by now. Alabama, what's wrong with you boys? Dead last, 195 Jello shots.
Oh, that's out of the league there. Yeah.
Oklahoma, just 224. Georgia is embarrassing us at a measly 257.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah. Texas, 353. North Carolina, 505. Then they get serious. Little Troy in Alabama, 1,127 shots. Mississippi, 2,088.
Oh, mercy.
But the Mountaineers have scarfed down. This was earlier today.
Yeah.
How many do you think?
2,500.
Higher.
3,100.
Higher.
3,700.
Higher.
4,200.
Higher.
5,100.
Higher.
Oh, come on. 25,000 shots.
7,911 Jello shots just by the West Virginians.
Yowie.
June 12, 1839, due to an erroneous eyewitness account, Abner Doubleday gets credit for establishing the first baseball game played in America. Although doubtful the West Point cadet was ever there or ever saw a game, the Hall of Fame opens a century later in Cooperstown, New York, because of this.
Well,
in
in fact, one of my history things for that adds the fact that Abner Doubleday apparently taught his new game to military cadets in Cooperstown, but historians say the first game wasn't until 1846, not 1839. That's what we're saying.
1928, Lou Gehrig at 14 total bases. He blasts 2 triples, 2 homers, and leads the Bronx Bombers to a big win over the White Sox at Comiskey. But 11 years later, on the same day, 1939, in front of a record crowd of over 23,000 at Rupert Stadium, Lou Gehrig played his last game in a Yankee uniform in an exhibition contest against the Kansas City Blues of AA. The Iron Horse, playing only 3 innings, batted 8th, grounded out weakly to second base in his only at-bat. 1970, Doc Ellis throws a 2-0 no-hitter against the Padres in San Diego. The former Pirates right-hander, who becomes later an advocate of anti-drug programs, claims he was under the influence of LSD while tossing the best game of his career. 1983, Del Murphy visits Elizabeth Smith in the stands to give her a cap and a T-shirt. Her nurse asked the Braves outfielder to hit a home run for the 6-year-old girl who had lost both her hands and a leg when she stepped on a live power line. The reigning National League MVP says, all right, hitting 2 homers and drove in all the runs in the team's win over the Giants at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium. When asked afterwards, Del says, I didn't know what to say, so I just sort of mumbled, well, okay. and then he went out and did that.
And did it. Good for him.
1996, Major League Baseball forces Marge Schott to step down as the general partner owning the Reds because what she said about Hitler a little before that. Everybody knows Hitler was good at the beginning. He just went too far.
But he did make the trains run on time.
Happy birthday, Marv Albert. Yes. Backbiter, as it's described here.
Yes.
And 1971, Ryan Klesko was born. Ryan Klesko.
Right. Marv Albert is 85, by the way, just because Pete doesn't give the actual age. He just gives the year they were born.
How old is Ryan Klesko? 1971.
Well, he would be 44, 55. Yeah.
He was here last week or so, remember?
Yeah,
Kimmer?
we saw him in the hall, here in the bullpen. Yep.
Oh.
I almost went in to break it up. He and Mr. Dick and the 680 guys were in there, and I was going to go over and say, this isn't a freaking fraternity house, something like that. I decided against it. Anyway, we got more coming up with it, baseball and otherwise here, and a whole bunch of newsy stuff, and a thing in history I think you'll enjoy too. Is Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, Let It Rip Friday, right up until 6 o'clock. Look out, there we go.
Support the advertisers and partners that share your values. Give our extra advertisers the first shot to earn your business. They will deliver for you every time and support the extra community like no one else. Connect with all of our partners online at extra1063.com.
It's still the greatest form of advertising, word of mouth. If we could bottle it and sell it, we'd be rich. But we can't. That's what keeps it honest. Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons. From garage doors to entry doors to windows, for every opening of your home, we've got you covered. Talk to your neighbors. Chances are we've worked on their home. They'll tell you all about their 5-star experience with All Four Seasons. When trust matters, trust us. All, the number 4, seasonsgarages.com.
Here today with Evan Ward of Atlas Retirement. And Evan, I recently read an article that said 65% of those surveyed, they're more worried about running out of money in retirement than they are of death itself. So let's talk about some of the ways you can help our listeners replace that paycheck they've relied on for all these years in their working lives.
Well, it makes sense that they'd be scared of that because what do you do if you run out of money in retirement? You're going to go back to work? Who's hiring folks that are retired and physically and mentally, you're going to be able to do that. And isn't the whole point of having a financial advisor so that you never have to worry about that again? So one of the ways that we do that is we build a fully comprehensive income plan so that we know there's money coming in every month that'll cover your bills, give you the quality of life that you're looking for, no matter what the market's doing, no matter how long you live. In some cases, regardless of what happens to you health-wise. So we can put plans in place to eliminate or at least mitigate all of those kind of risks every single person deals with in retirement.
I know a lot of our parents relied on pensions, but let's be honest, Evan, the pension is becoming a thing of the past, but there are ways for folks to create their own personal pensions, aren't there?
Yeah, so I'm a big proponent of do-it-yourself pension, but when we do the pension ourselves, the one negative with a pension is all the value in the pension goes away once you turn on the actual income. With the plans that we build, with the do-it-yourself pensions, you maintain that asset, or more specifically, your surviving spouse, your kids. And so you live forever, You get a ton of paychecks, and whatever's left over goes to the wife and kids, surviving spouse, beneficiaries, whoever that might be.
Call Atlas Retirement for a complimentary review of your savings and investments today. Call 678-736-7799. Again, that's 678-736-7799. Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor.
Hey, this is John Flading. I'm the president and owner of ATL Turf Co. We are a family-owned, operated, independent local company. We have over 15 years of artificial grass design, installation, and sales experience. From premium artificial lawns and backyards, custom putting greens, sports fields, hardscape, drainage. We do both residential and commercial. If you can dream it, we can build it. Just go to atlturfco.com to schedule an appointment.
Hey there, it's Tara, owner and publisher of Our Town Monthly, where you'll find local voices, familiar faces, and community businesses like Whole Body Systems. And I've actually had many of you ask me about it, so I became a client.
Hi there, I'm Kim, Studio Director of Whole Body Systems in Smyrna. We are thrilled to partner with Tara and give you the inside look at how we help you age powerfully. We understand you don't need another crash diet. You need strength that lasts. We specialize in women and men who feel intimidated or overlooked by traditional gyms. Strength training is especially critical in women during perimenopause and beyond. Things that used to work just aren't anymore. Doesn't mean your body's broken. You just need a new strategy. Everyone is welcome. The process is personalized for everyone.
Friends, I invite all of you to follow my journey in Our Town. Better yet, you should book a free consultation. And remember, Our Town is your town at Our Town Monthly.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy. Pretty much hands off, They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Here we go. The Kimmer Beatles, the original Beatles. Yeah, doggy. Yeah, what a day it was. Way beyond compare. 1964, the Beatles arrived in Adelaide, Australia. Ooh, they were greeted by 300,000 fans, the largest welcome they would ever receive. They lined the 10-mile route from the airport to the city. They gave their first 4 shows at the Centennial Hall in Australia. Over 2 nights, I saw her standing there, want to hold your hand, all my loving, she loves you, till it was you, roll over Beethoven, all the whole crew. They had a temporary Beatles member named Jimmy Nicol, who was standing in for Ringo on drums because Ringo had just gotten his tonsils out. So that was kind of weird. Let's see. Our birthday list. Donald Trump will be 80 on Sunday. Timothy Simon's birthday today. Jonah on Veep. Timothy Simons is 48. Now, he was a great character. And by the way, if you saw that series, it's one of my favorite series. I've got like 20 of them on my DVR thing here, I think. On Veep. And here's a couple of baseball things here for you, Pete Davis. On this day in 1981, professional baseball's first mid-season strike. Remember that in 1981. Also, on this day in 1997, interleague play in Major League Baseball started, ending a 126-year tradition of keeping the 2 leagues apart, which is kind of bizarre. What's the matter? You all right?
Julie has commented.
Hey, please, Julie, what's up?
I have no idea what uranium dust is, so in my mind, Iranian cleaning ladies dressed in hijabs are dusting, sweeping, cleaning toilets, etc., gathering this dust. 6 of them arrive in a banged-up little car pulling out supplies from the trunk.
Well, Julie, that's my fault for not explaining. Actually, and I don't know where they came up with the name dust. What they're talking about is Iran has pounds and pounds of uranium. They're calling it uranium dust because it's been fixed so that it's almost ready to be put into a bomb. So whatever they're calling it uranium or uranium dust, uranium supply. It's all the same thing. They're trying to, we want it, and we don't want them to have any more of it. By the way, this was a thing in sports here I thought was kind of interesting here, Pete. I think you'll remember that. Well, you not because you were there, of course. On this day in 1930, Jack Sharkey, the American, knocks out Max Schmeling in Germany, or knocks him down with a low blow in the 4th round of the World Championship heavyweight fight in New York City at the Polo Grounds, 1930. Jack Sharkey, Max Schmeling, and he hit Max Schmeling below the belt, so Schmeling was awarded the heavyweight championship crown. Became known as the low blow champion. The fight was billed the Battle of the Continents, and it was the first championship boxing match decided on a foul in 1930. We'll do the history thing later, Flounder. I'll keep moving on the thing here with the thing. Phone, Mr. Phone's ringing. Yes, sir.
Mr. Shea and the horn, and after that we got a song.
Oh, excellent. Shay and Sean and Shay. Shay's on with us now. Hey, Shay, what's up, man? How you doing? What's up?
Hey, first of all, I got a question for Flounder. Hey, Flounder, do you know what a mic flag is? You know, like the one that is on Kimmer Studio.
On our microphones.
Right now. I mean, yeah, I know those just from kind of working in radio and stuff, but nothing more than that.
I just wanted to make sure because Kimmer asked you the question in the first segment, and then he didn't allow you to answer.
Shocker.
And he went off and talked about.
Well, I was talking about my experience in 1974. If you don't mind.
Exactly. I just wanted to know the answer to the question. You had asked a question. I wanted to know if Flounder had known what it was.
We probably have a totally different audience now, so I got.
In fact, if we played the replay back, I think you're wrong. I believe Flounder said, "Yeah, I've seen him before," and then I started in on him. I didn't let him explain much, but I think he actually answered the question. So nice try.
This is the tease. This is the tease for everybody to go back on YouTube or on the app and listen to it. So what I wanted to call about, so I have to be a bit anonymous about this,
all right.
But you were talking about how foreigners coming in for FIFA and their reaction to food.
Yeah.
So I'm in that industry.
Oh, cool.
And I work for a European-owned company.
Okay.
And we are heavily in the travel hospitality sector.
Excellent.
And I work very closely with somebody fresh from Europe.
Okay.
And he is attempting to get us to change to be more European-like because they're more efficient, because they offer less selection modifiers type of thing. And us Americans, we want to substitute this cheese, and we don't want pickles on our burger, and we want this and that.
Right.
And I have been teaching or coaching on this is a cultural thing. I'm not saying whether it's right or wrong. I'm just saying that we are spoiled over here, and Burger King in the 80s said you get it your way, and that's how we have to keep it. And it's more of a production line over there where you eat what you're given, and if you don't like it, you scrape it off, and that type of thing. So it goes all in. When you all were talking about that, it is so closely related to what I'm dealing with right now.
Well, a lot of people sure seem to think they love what Americans are doing, and all the the supply of the food and all the options and choices, and I mean they're loving it. Freedom, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And they're not used to that, and they love it when they get it. And I told him, I said, this is a decades long. Change management. There's 3 sectors, and I said the system part is hard, but it's the easiest actually because the second part is procedural, but the hardest part is cultural, and you're trying to manage a cultural change that happens over decades, if not centuries. And we have, become accustomed. And I keep on telling him, I said, it's not a matter of right or wrong. I'm just saying we are the way we are. Don't try to make us like Europe, because our stores will lose sales if you do, because we're accustomed to what we're accustomed to.
Right. Yeah, exactly. That's a good point. Are we going to play one of his songs here, Flounder?
Yes, we are.
Okay. You want to do it now or you want to do it after?
We'll do it right now.
All right, here we go. Here's Shay and Sean. Sean on the song, and here we go. There's doing the Kimmer song right here.
The Kimmer has trouble with technology. He needs help installing a new smart TV. But it's not his fault. He hung out with the jocks. He'd love to watch Netflix, but he ain't got that box. Hey, he's the Kimmer, brash and he's bold. He does what he wants, won't do what he's told. Hey, he's the Kimmer, bold and he's brash. Gonna get a new girlfriend when he gets him some cash.
There you go. All right, boys. Shay and Sean. Thanks, guys. So well done. Well done. 5:45. Kimmer, Pete, Flounder, Shay and Sean, and you too. Look out.
Fighting the communists with truth every day on the only conservative news and talk station in Atlanta. Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
Hey, it's Tug. Chuck and the team at Central Heating and Air Conditioning are bringing back something I love. Their 6th annual Christmas in July, benefiting Skyland Trail right here in Atlanta. Skyland Trail does incredible work helping people facing mental health challenges get real, lasting support. And Central is proud to give back to a community that they've been serving since 1947. Now, here's the part I like. It's easy to help, and it actually helps you, too. When you sign up for a Central maintenance agreement, they'll donate $10 directly to Skyland Trail. And on your side, you'll get priority service, seasonal tune-ups to help prevent breakdowns, and better efficiency, especially now that the Georgia heat's kicked in. It's one of those rare wins where you're taking care of your home and helping someone else at the same time. Central services all makes and models. With them, you're never a number, you're family. Call 770-GET-HEAT or go to centralheat.com to sign up today. Carrier products, carrier warranty, carrier peace of mind. Central Heating and Air Conditioning, delivering carrier comfort for the world we share.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
Stovall & Company Wholesale Landscape Supply has been family-owned and operated for more than 75 years, and we treat you like family, too.
Check us out at StovallInc.com or stop by our new store in Canton, Georgia and see what we have to offer.
At Stovall, we supply all your landscape project needs.
Completely hassle-free, all the way down to the delivery.
Have you been dreaming of an outdoor kitchen, fireplace, or other custom paver project? We partner with Keystone Hardscapes for all your beautiful high-end concrete needs.
We look forward to making your landscape dreams come true. Stovall has it all.
America! Chuck, yeah! Chuck and Shack Oyster Bar is celebrating the red, white, and blues all summer long with our America 250 summer menu. We're talking Cyclone char-grilled oysters, Route 66 smash burgers, crab meat boardwalk fries, and USA-inspired cocktails. Raise a glass and cheers to 250 years of the US of A at Chuck and Shack Oyster Bar. Locally owned in downtown Alpharetta and Cumming, across from the collection. Find your location and details at theshuckandshack.com.
I'm Patrick Brown, former Army Ranger in the United States Army. Like many service members, I had to make difficult choices when leaving the military, and the most challenging thing was finding purpose in a new phase of life. Housing, employment, education, way too many decisions and no idea where to start. That was until I met the Warrior Alliance. They made it simple. They listened and quickly connected me to the services I needed. And like a trusted friend, they even followed up to make sure I was squared away. Change a veteran's life today by donating at thewarrioralliance.org, helping warriors navigate to success after service.
I enjoy a good night's sleep, and I like to breathe while I'm sleeping. My wife appreciates that, too. That's why I wear a CPAP. You want the right machine. You want expert advice. You want all the supplies that go with it. You get it all at CPAPs, etc. in Alpharetta. Machines, masks, tubing, filters, cleaning supplies, all of it, and they ship nationwide. Walk-ins, by the way, are welcome. CPAPs, etc. Alpharetta, CPAPsetc.com.
Hey, this is Lowe's with Terry from Alpharetta, who just purchased a new car with the Honest Car Guy, the new, fully transparent, honest way to buy your next vehicle. Terry, tell us about your experience.
I have a son serving in the military. He's active duty with limited time to look for a car. My son was looking for a used Hyundai Veloster, and I had heard about the Honest Car Guy on the radio, decided that that might be a route to go, and we made a phone call over the weekend. He screen shared the information with us. We looked over the vehicle, and he took the reins from there, and they were able to walk us through the process of buying the car. We're very clear and transparent, and next thing we knew, we had a car in the driveway.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
You have moments in your life that really make a difference.
Rick Jackson, a Christian story.
So as a child, my mother worked at night, so I ate by myself a lot, unless she was drunk. So I go in this foster home. They had 5 children. It was the loudest place I've ever been in my life. So anyway, we're at the dinner table, and then all of a sudden they quietened down, they held hands, and they prayed. As soon as I saw that, I said, that's what I want when I grow up.
Rick Jackson, a Christian story.
You see, going to church is one kind of Christianity, but when you sit in the home, it's a totally different environment. And that really made a huge impression on me.
Rick Jackson for Georgia. Early voting is now open. The runoff election is Tuesday, June 16th. Paid for by Jackson for Governor, Inc.
Look out, it's only me, it's only the Kimmer. We got music and birthdays in one whack here with Cheap Trick. Their drummer is a chubby, four-eyed, goateed guy named Ben Carlos. He's 76.
Ben E. Carlos.
Ben E. Carlos, 76, Rock and Roll Hall of Famer. And I covered up the E here. Ben E. Carlos, 76 years old. Sorry, I'm bad. I know. Bun E. Carlos, is that what it is? Bun? Yeah, Bun E. Carlos. That's right. I'm sorry, Bun E. Carlos. I beg your pardon. Boy George would be 65 years old. The Mary Kay and Ashley Olsen. The Olsen twins are 40. And by the way, they were adorable little cutie girls from the famous TV series, stuff like that. And as they got older, they kind of looked they almost looked like sort of Martians or something. They had
you know how Heath Ledger overdosed in one of their apartments.
Yeah. Is that what? Yeah. Oh my goodness. Anyway, a little history thing here, Flounder, with a little something here I talked about you earlier. This is a very important day in 1987. President Ronald Reagan says this to a certain Russian who ought to be paying attention.
General Secretary Gorbachev, if you seek peace, if you seek prosperity for the Soviet Union and Eastern Europe, if you seek liberalization, come here to this gate. Mr. Gorbachev, open this gate. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
The wall was put up in 1961 to divide West and East Berlin. Came down in 1989, 2 years after this comment by Ronald Reagan. 5:53, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. How's it going? A quick update in case you missed it. Elon Musk today created a great meme here, or a tweet that came out from this guy named Shruti. Elon Musk just created 4,400 millionaires in one day. 400 of them are worth $100 million today. Employees include welders, technicians, cafeteria staff. They were paid for decades in stock. Juan Hernandez, immigrant from Mexico, took a $28 an hour. God, 28 hour. God, I'm not going to say it.
Try it again.
He got some money. $28 an hour contractor to weld, and now he got $880,000 out of a $10,000 grant he had. Another kid's parents wanted to go to GE. Says, I'll try this thing. Stayed there for 12 years. He just got $13 million for his stock. I mean, God bless them. And, of course, the Democrats are saying, oh, there go the billionaires and trillionaires. Now he's a trillionaire. The trillionaires are ruining everything in America. God, how can you not salute what happened? I mean, it's just negative hate. It's all they've got. And one more thing. I want you to hear the soundbite again in case you missed it. This business with the Austin Metcalf family, the the black teenager who murdered the white teenager. Carmelo Anthony's a black killer, going to go to prison. And the family, his family, has been outrageous about this, just stirring up racism and hate and trying to cause trouble. The Metcalf family, the victim, the twin boy killed the victim in this case, the family has been getting threats saying they're peeing on your son's grave. They're going to your house. They should have stabbed his twin brother as well. They're threatening to show up at the homes, calling the police and telling them their SWAT teams ought to go over their stuff like that. Well, Mr. Metcalf, the father, has had it up to here. He was under a restraining order, and now he doesn't have a gag order anymore. And he's saying this about the family and the supporters of the murdering teenage kid there, if you will, Flounder.
Drew Anthony, Kayla, you're cowards. You wouldn't even show up for your son's sentencing or victim statement impacts. You abandoned your kid. You left him there. I guess he's no more use to you because you can't get any more GoFundMe money or GoSendGo money. You are grifters. You should be ashamed of yourself. You raised that child. You never once admitted or took accountability. You tried to play victim. The real victim is the one who died, not the one who shoved a knife in his chest. I come to pray with you and show the world we can close the gap of this unbelievable racial divide. And what'd you do? You widen the gap even further. You hire a convicted, baby-shaking felon who's only in it for the money, who gives you bad advice, kicks me out of a press conference. Oh, funny, I was somewhere I wasn't supposed to be, but I left when asked. I didn't stab anyone. And then you proceeded to gaslight me with your convicted felon, quote, advocate? Minister? Minister of what? Minister irrelevant? Minister of bullshit? How about Minister you? Y'all think I'm a saint? I'm no saint. I'm as human as you. I have emotions. Just because I'm a Christian doesn't mean I don't sin, because I don't walk on water and I don't turn into wine.
Oh, my God. I hate to end this way. This just came in. A Howard University professor is blaming that father, arguing that his son's death did not begin with a knife wielded by Carmelo Anthony, but instead the father's parenting style. The professor at Harvard University's Dr. Stacy Patton in the communications school penned an opinion piece saying your son is dead because you failed to teach him that black boys have boundaries. To Substack Wednesday, she insinuated Anthony was acting out of self-defense because you have to teach your kid that black children have boundaries. You failed to teach him humility and restraint. Blaming the father. Oh, my God, you dirty bastards. Flounders Funny. We got one. No, I'm sorry. I beg your pardon, Flounder. We got another minute. I misread the clock. Anthony was sentenced to 35 years. Oh, my. I mean, they can't stop. And the family said, it was all racism, the father and mother. Oh, and by the way, Ariana Grande, that little snot, has now.
She looks like an alien.
Yeah, she's lost. She looks like really, yeah, horrible. Well, she now is saying we shouldn't want Donald Trump to use any of her music to do an ICE deportation video. So the 32-year-old skinny little Andre used to be cute, Ariana Grande, cute, has now said immigrants have been violently torn from their families, and you people, you represent bye-bye. You deliver the most secure border in history, and the White House is just saying, please, you're killing me here. Just for that, Ariana, I'm not going to think about you anymore. When I think about girls I like to have sex with. And now another Flounders Funny.
Being racist isn't like a yes or no thing. You know what I mean? It's not like you have it or you don't have it. Like being racist is more, it's like being hungry. It's like, yeah, you're not right now. It's like, yeah, you're not hungry right now, but a cheeseburger could cut you off on the highway. And you get hungry. We're hungry all day. The cheeseburger's Jewish in that joke. No, I'm kidding. Cheeseburger is whatever type of cheeseburger you thought it was in your racist heart.
And that
Shane
is
Gillis.
There you go. All right, boys, have a great weekend. Best to Mrs. Flounder Veronica and
Thank
Pete
you.
Davis and the mountains of Macon, the whole team up there. Be careful and have fun. In the meantime, Christine, sing me home, baby, because I got to go. You're killing me. Look out.
The Kimmer Show is live on your ride home on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station, Extra 106.3.
Never closer. I'm Lisa Lacera, Fox News. Those words from Iran's foreign minister as the U.S. and Iran work toward ending the conflict in Iran.
A senior administration official confirms a deal is much closer to fruition, clarifying that one of the things both sides kept going back and forth on was the specificity of the commitment to destroy and dispose of enriched nuclear material. The official said Iran will be rewarded economically piecemeal as they comply with their obligations, and that this would include sanctions relief and unfreezing funds. Iran's foreign minister told Iranian state TV a deal is closer, but said nuclear issues would be discussed at later stages, that the deal's contingent upon an end to the U.S. blockade in the Strait of Hormuz and a ceasefire between Lebanon and Israel. He added that management of the strait will not return to pre-war levels and that their sword will always hang over the strait.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal. President Trump said this week the agreement could be signed this weekend. A federal judge rules President Trump's name must come off the Kennedy Center by today.
Late Thursday, the Justice Department filed a last-minute appeal on behalf of the Kennedy Center's Trump-appointed Board of Trustees, seeking to keep the president's name on the building. Judge Cooper ruled on May 29th that Trump's name was illegally added to the John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts, finding only Congress could change its name, and ordered all references to Trump must be removed by June 12th.
Fox's Carmen Roberts. Meanwhile, a different judge has ruled the White House is allowed to stage a UFC fight on the White House lawn this weekend. The nonprofit Public Integrity Project had sued to challenge the Freedom 250 event. Wall Street stocks rose as oil prices fell again as it appears an Iran deal is close. The Dow at 353, the Nasdaq gained 79, the S&P plus 37, and shares of SpaceX closed just over $161 a share in its initial public offering. America's listening to Fox News.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit information kit. 800-809-7171. That's 800-809-7171.
Lots of places can expose you to identity theft, but that's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats to your identity, which is way more than anyone can do on their own. If they find anything suspicious, like new loans or changes in your financial accounts, they'll alert you right away, all through text, phone, email, or the LifeLock app. Get the alerts that can make all the difference. Save up to 30% off your first year with the promo code BECK. LifeLock.com, 800-LifeLock, 1-800-LifeLock, or LifeLock.com. Use the promo code BECK at LifeLock.com.
Charlie Kirk's accused killer was back in court in Utah.
Tyler Robinson and his defense team in Utah County Court tried to make their case. That prosecutor, Christopher Ballard, violated the court's gag order by responding to media inquiries about the defense's characterization of an ATF ballistics report, which they say was misleading. Ballard testifying.
The goal of these interviews was to respond to the specific media inquiries that were being generated by the misinformation that was circulating about the bullet testing.
The judge also hearing arguments on a defense motion to block hearsay evidence in the capital murder case. Jeff Manasso, Fox News.
The judge will make a decision on the motions later this month. The trial date has not been set, and Robinson has yet to enter a plea. A judge has awarded Blake Lively some legal fees, but no punitive damages in her lawsuit against fellow actor and director Justin Baldoni. Lively sued Baldoni in 2024, claiming he defamed her after she accused him of sexual misconduct during the filming of the movie It Ends With Us. Lively and Baldoni settled the bulk of their dispute last month, just as the trial was about to start. Your food delivery delivery app might be replacing more waiters at restaurants.
DoorDash, one of the world's leading food delivery and ordering apps, announces the debut of an artificially intelligent chatbot that takes your order. They call it Ask DoorDash, and it is designed to end the need for scrolling through restaurant options and menus. Now the platform says you can just tell the chatbot what you're in the mood to eat, but it goes beyond your dinner desires. The chatbot will also work with grocery orders, even allowing users to upload photos or paste links to recipes for the AI to arrange for you to buy ingredients and have them delivered.
Fox's Evan Brown. I'm Lisa Lacera. This is Fox News.
Jesse Kelly Show. Let's have some fun on a Friday. It is a Friday. I have needed it, and so have you. The